Hello!
What is up, everybody? You know, it's kind of funny. People on our Discord were like on pure copium saying, hey, maybe they'll add Richard for New Year's. And they did. So how about that? So we finally get another Fate Strange Fate character. Alright, obviously I'm rolling. The other thing is, he said not Lost Spell, I wish. OC4 is in spring, which, you know, you can't stream or make videos for. But we'll see if we can get around that. Could always Discord stream it. I don't know. We'll see. But the other big thing is after you beat OC4, you get to pick grand servants from like yours. Like they get to pick 7 of like your servants to be grands, and then they'll only get to like count as grands in specific battles. I'm assuming the finale and, you know, maybe some other stuff before that. But they didn't really say much about it, but they have to be level 100, they have to be 10 10 10. And then the main thing that they said was they get to equip a craft essence and their bond CE at the same time. So basically you just have your bond CE all the fucking time. But there's probably other aspects to it. They just, you know, they weren't very they were kind of just like previewing it. They didn't give it the details. Yeah, Hercules would be really good, obviously. There's a few other ones that'd be pretty wild, honestly, like Achilles. That shit would be good. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. Yeah, it's the simple ones like Merlin are really good. It makes your supports just better. You know, Waver, all that. I'm gonna look at my characters in a minute. Now, we don't know how it works. They just said 7 servants. So it's not clear, like, can you have 1 per class? Can you have multiple of the same class? Can you do extra class? Like, none of that stuff's really clear right now. What NP are you rolling for? At least 2. But, like, if it goes really badly, I'll stop. And then if it goes really well, you know, I might go for 3. Yeah, I haven't really thought about who I'd make Grand Steers. I mean, obviously, Ku. I don't think anyone has any doubt I'm gonna pick Ku. Like, if you can only have 1 Lancer, it's Ku, right? Unfortunately, Ku's bond CE is kind of eh. Although, I tell you what, his bond CE is a lot better if there is no opportunity cost, right? Like, if it's just the straight upgrade, that is kind of nice. You get some nice crit damage in there. Well, you might get some nice crit damage in there. I'll look at Assassin. I kind of hope you can only pick 1 of each class, to be honest. I think that it'll kind of just be more interesting that way. You know, Richard would be nice with these summon tickets, but it wasn't statistically likely. That's horrifying. I do think Ku's gonna get buffed at some point. Hard to say when, but with all the like other things they've been buffing, it's definitely gonna happen. But yeah, who knows when. They can be really slow about that stuff. No, speak of the devil. no Richards there. Wouldn't hate if we got, you know, a Hercules. They want to sneak one of those in there. Trying to think, what else would I want to be spooked by? I mean, Tesla, but it's not a story summon, so no can do. Obviously, Karna and Vertra are always good. But yeah, her kind of top of the list for the, Oh, there we go. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, this is my main account. Hey, I'll take that. Although, you know what? I think he's in P5. Not 100% sure, but I think he is in P5. I'm actually really curious how they're gonna do his NP. Don't spoil it. No, I haven't seen his ascensions. My guess is his stage 2 is his casual get up. Alright, let's see if we can get NP2 in a reasonable amount of rolls here. That was pretty lucky, so we might have a bad streak coming for us here. We'll see. Wouldn't surprise me. Man, I don't know what that CE is, but we're getting it constantly. Guessing it's new. Was that Kozuki on that other craft essence? Kind of hard to tell because of the art style. Guessing that's replacing Kozuki's other 4-star CE that no one ever used. We're not getting a lot of 4-stars here. Any Hercs game? You know, it is nice rolling like this when, you know, it's all free SQ. You're not losing a damn thing. I've always felt that way. Jesus, how, like, so many of that thing. They had a 4-star rotation too? Probably not, but that would honestly be smart if they did. A lot of 4-stars out there people would roll on. I mean, I haven't used that much SQ yet, like, relax, chat. Y'all being weird. Well, there's a 4-star. Can't say I use Nidocris much. Also, nice animation update. Oh, there we go, chat. Feels good. Alright, probably stop there. I think NP2 is good enough. Cat always so angry, man. I had to pity my first copy. That is pretty rough. I don't know what that is. Guessing it's for New Year's stuff. Oh, I see we got like New Year's missions and stuff. Okay. Oh, hold on. I wonder if there's anything in the shop. Fucking Da Vinci, dude. Worst part about playing FGO! Oh yeah, they always give you like free shit. It's hard to tell what it is on JP. Definitely need these. Wonder if that's XP fodder. Oh, that's nice. You can buy that now. All right. It's always nice to have a bunch of 5-star XP so you can just level characters super quick. Let's see if Bjorn is in P5. I think he is. I love that my Herc is in P3 and I've never actually gotten him in a role before. It's great. Gotten every other 4-star that's unlimited multiple times from rolling over the years. Ridiculous. Alright, where's the lad? There he is. Oh, I hope they gave him good animations. I'm gonna be pissed if they didn't. He's a pretty damn hyped character, and like they obviously want to hype up Face Range Fake with it coming out, so... Oh, I tell you what, they better have this banner up for a while, because this is kind of not good marketing. Because you haven't seen much of, like, people have read the books, obviously like Richard a lot. A lot of people don't read. And in the anime, he's barely done anything yet. Right? So, you're not selling people on him that don't know anything about him yet. It's kind of like, y'all remember Morgan? This is no, like, small thing. When they first rated up Morgan, she wasn't in the story, like, at all. Right? And then and she didn't sell that well. And then her rate up ended. And then she was in the story a bunch. And then everyone wanted to roll on her, right? So then they decided to rate her up again immediately, right? Which was really funny. But it just shows how, like, you know, actual screen time and stuff affect how much people care about a character. So, like, I think Richard would do way better after, like, his fight, spoilers, but after his fight with Gilgamesh, I think he's going to be infinitely more popular. And also just having, you know, any screen time with, like, him talking and shit. But, yeah, I think it's kind of a mistake the way they're doing this right now. I'm sure they will rate him up again, but it just kind of sucks that we're not going to get as much like data as we could. All right, where the hell? Why don't they have a system where, like, all this weight? Look at all this wasted space. And you don't even need a lot of this text. So much of this text doesn't need to be here, right? And these can be condensed. So you should have all this space up here where you just click the class, right? You click Saber, you click Assassin, you click etc, etc. Like, I just mind-blowing they haven't done that. Makes it take fucking forever to find anything, and, like, good luck with the stupid filter crap. Everyone wants to filter through all those filters. I need filters for my filters. Oh, I need to buy the faux items. This shouldn't take too long, but we'll see. Hopefully his mats aren't anything stupid. And then we get to look at who we're gonna pick for the Grand. Or Grands. Y'all remember years ago we talked about this, though? Where you could, like, pick your own Grands? We thought that, like, would be a cool system. That was, like, so many years ago. Maybe this will get it through people's heads that, you know, you don't have preset Grands, which I've been saying for years, and Nasu has said multiple times, and people still, yeah, I kind of figured, but people still act like, oh, this person is the Grand. That doesn't really look like a drug addict to me, but okay. Walking, I don't think, implies being on drugs. Not heard that one before. The question is, though, how often are they going to actually let you use the grand system? Because it might be the finale and that's it. Chat, you guys are just... You run everything. It's ridiculous. Like, I remember in Cairo's stream, I don't remember what it was, but there was something that, like, chat wanted to see what Cairo's reaction was going to be, and they just would not shut up about it, so it was just completely spoiled. I think it'd be nice if we had, like, challenge quests for it with the grand system. This is not that surprising, Chad. Mountain, yeah. Purple mountain. But, you know, Richard the Lionheart, kind of what one might expect. But yeah, if they did, like, challenge quests, maybe with the Bleached Earth quests, you could use Grands, that'd be cool. Does anyone else feel like the Bleached Earth quest is one of the worst systems they've ever done? And like, okay, my man, can you stop talking for 2 seconds here? But like, that was them trying to add like a fundamental my man, okay? Can we like, I'm trying to talk to chat, okay? I will mute the game, sir. Anyway, that was one of the only times they've tried to add a new fundamental gameplay system to the game, like, permanently, and it's so lazy. They never update it. They didn't make the boss fights repeatable, which is just mind-blowing to me. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that. Like, there's just so much, like, wrong about it. Is this saying something important? Like, if you need to do a certain thing to get, like, an ascension or some shit? Yeah, this doesn't normally pop up. Profile stuff. Okay, so yeah, it's just, yeah, okay, see. I mean, that's cool and all, but I think we're just gonna stick with stage 1. Although I'm sure this is different animations, so we'll check it out. But, we'll just do stage 1 for now. Although I am curious what the, I guess, can we not have the final ascension yet? Oh, no, we're not final. Wait, why am I level 90 out of 90 if we're not final ascended? What? Confusion spreads. Maybe, yeah, we're not 90 out of 90. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Game's out of its mind. I wouldn't think it would have anything to do with the story because, you know, he's from Fate Strange Fake. And I don't think they're going to be doing a Fate Strange Fake collab tomorrow, like, at all. Or anytime soon. I mean, I guess we'll see, but... I wouldn't expect it until the anime's done. Looking, chat? What's over there? Kinda not my favorite final ascension art. The sword looks really cool and stuff, but it's kind of odd. Finally a suitable use for looking, yeah, alright. You found the story replay? Jealous. I gotta get the faux items. I guess Final Ascension will count as stage 3. Which is kind of weird because it's actually stage 1. Not the first time this has happened. Guys, is it a spoiler that blah 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 blah? That's not how you do that. Okay. Wait, is that only one? Is this a 4-star one? Why is it 500? I mean, yeah, it must be. Yeah, it is a 4-star one. I was about to say. It's a pretty steep cost. Oh, inventory management. Mana, prism inflation, big time. Why can't I just click sabers, dude? Like, holy fuck. Like, how do you look at Arknights and be like, yeah, we don't need that system? Like, good God. Why can't you just be like Arknights grab? I don't know, right? They're doing the rotating banner at least. No, it's not in the game. Now I have to listen to someone act like going through a million filters is the same. This is not... Like, yeah, because, guys, remember when Arknights... Remember when you wanted to quickly set up a team chat? How you had to go through a filter and then click one class and then go back to that filter and then turn that class off and then turn the other class on? And then when you want your healer, you got to do that again. And then when you want your tank, you got to do that again. And they got... No, I don't remember that being a thing. Like, Jesus Christ. I like how you're saying the thing that I've been saying for years, like I don't know, you fucking twat. Like, that is not like Arknights. Because you don't have to go to the filter and click the class, and then go to the filter, and then turn that class off, and then turn another class on, and then do that like 7 fucking times. That's literally not what it is. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, hey, this thing is vaguely similar, so it's the same thing, right? It's just as good. Literally, guys, we have Arknights at home, see? You don't need quality of life improvements. We already have quality of life. This is like the perfect example of why FGO is shit, is because the few things that they actually do to try to make the game better are always terrible, right? They're always half-assed. That's why, like, I'm always worried if they do a roguelike, it's just gonna be garbage, right? It's gonna be, like, so shallow. They put, like, 2 months of development time into it tops, right? And it's just gonna be bad. Just like the Bleached Earth quest that no one wants to do, right? That's just fucking garbage. I just love these people, though, that come in here and act like I don't know, right? Like, I don't know FGO like the back of my hand and Arknights like the back of my hand. It's like, I obviously know what systems these games have. Like, I don't make fucking comparisons about things I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ, dude. All right, let's see Richard's animations here. I see he's got a quest. We got a new mystic code. It's probably garbage because they normally are, but you never know. Okay, chat. We have memed about this for a long time. Richard versus Richard, right? It's... Oh, you fucking game. Speaking of bad quality of life and terrible UI design, also this fucking bitch talking every time. Wait, I think I need to keep copies of her because we have a grailed one. So we want like a non-grailed one. Oh yeah, we need to check if he's in P5 or not. Okay. I don't have to do everything right now, just get it at least somewhat clean. We didn't do any FP stuff, so it's not that bad. You know, I probably should have kept those Theseuses because I might grail him at some point, so probably should have thought of that. I don't know what half of these CEs do off the top of my head. I remember this is actually kind of okay, but I think I already got one limit broken. It's pretty rare you need a 3-star CE, but it is nice to have the few good 3-star CEs on hand because of team cost and stuff. Like a ley line and all that. Actually, the official translation is Dragon's Meridian. If you actually played this game, you would know that. Okay, I really should CE bomb these, but I don't care. Like, I do not fucking care anymore. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, skill rank. So I guess we can do that from this menu now. Nice craft essence. Really need to use those teapots. That would require me to play the game a lot, though, which, you know, this game sucks, so. Oh, I love this. This is what I'm talking about. Guys, it's just like Arknights, for real! Like, they add this fucking system to where you can do stuff in the team screen, like Arknights, but it's worse in every fucking way. Right, in Arknights, you just click the unit and you can just instantly do whatever you want. This game, of course not. Like, they added and then it literally tells you you can't do this from the team screen. Even though the whole system is you being able to do it from the team screen. Like, it's so dumb. And it's because you have to, for some reason, and having, again, played this game for a long time, there's no reason for this. Like, there's 2 team screens. There's 2 team screens. Why? Like, literally, why? There's never been a reason for that system, ever. It just makes you have to click way more buttons all of the time. God. I mean, like, this obviously, they're just, like, copying this UI, which was not intended for this system, so it's really fucking slow. Oh, yeah, I guess we're not gonna have very many Richard coins because, well, he's limited, I would imagine, so I actually do have a chunk at least. But, yeah, he's only in P2. The Armored Core doesn't have the best UI of all time, but it is so much better than FCO's. Yeah, we're doing it, chat. We're living the dream. We're enjoying the immersion of the command code animations. Really great. I'm guessing his NP is quick, but we'll see. It's either quick or Buster. Honestly, it makes sense for it to be quick in my opinion, but they might make it Buster just because Excalibur. Then someone's gonna blurt it out, and then I'm gonna have to smack them. You can actually see in the previous UI, but I'm not paying attention. So I'd rather see it in the game. Well, I might notice now because I brought attention to it.
Very good.
What's your favorite boss fight in FGO? I mean, it kind of depends. Like, if we're talking gameplay, vibe, etc. Like, if it's overall, like, vibe and story, music, you know, the whole experience, and just everything Ort-related. But, Zeus is, really good, because Zeus is better gameplay-wise, and then is also super awesome and, has cool music and everything, so... Yeah, Zeus is really good. Especially on JP, because we didn't know the gimmicks. So, like, learning the gimmicks was pretty, like... interesting to like figure it out, and then kind of optimize how to deal with that. Where like NA, everyone already knew and they were already ready for it. Wait, that's not what we need. Well, there's been a lot of good boss fights, like in the main story. Plenty of ones that I've really enjoyed. Plenty that I haven't. Like City Girl, that was pretty bad. Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1, the boss battle. Okay, let's see what these mats are. I have a bad feeling about this. Also, I didn't play the lottery event, so I didn't get a bunch of saber gems, so that might be an issue. I can reset the shop though and buy them. Got 20, that's not enough. Saber and Lancer is always a problem, like, because they're my favorite classes, and it's not even close. I have so many more fucking Sabers and Lancers at 10, 10, 10. Like, it's actually, like, absurd how many more of those I have than every other class, so I'm just always running out of their gems. Oh, yeah. 20 million. I haven't leveled a 5-star in a while. Fucking 20 million QP. Not my favorite. Why did, speaking of this game being dog shit, look how long this takes. You can max out an Arknight's unit in like a minute. Maybe even less. Honestly, if you're being optimal, it's probably way less. Like really, it's like nothing in Arknight. Like leveling your skills and stuff. This game, it takes so fucking long. Like, it's insane, dude. It's immersive, chat. Chat, don't you know it's just like Arknights? If you go through 10,000 filters, chat, you can totally emulate what Arknights can do in a nanosecond. It's great. You guys remember those guys that said when people like they were like responding to people wanting the game to be better and like offering suggestions on how to make the game better? They were like, you're being selfish. That was like a really common response back in the day. Like people being like, you're selfish. You just want everything. When like this game is like so below standards for the industry. Yeah, that was like a really common response back in the day. It's become less common because you know, it's just getting more and more, you know, obvious like how behind this game is. So people that have complained more, thankfully, over time. But all right, what do we need? We need saber gems. Good old Reddit. Pure Prism. Da Vinci, shut up. I am trying to think. I swear to God. Like, and she has to talk in here too. You know what? Just buy them all. I level so many sabers. There's no reason to just. Like, I know I'm gonna need them. Dude, look at just over and over. Like, how is this UI acceptable, dude? Holy shit! Just like menu after menu, she just has to keep talking. God. Yeah, I'm low on Rider gems because I never farm them. Like, I farm Saber and Lancer gems a lot, but I never farm Rider gems. But as the total amount that I have to go get them is so much less that it's not a big deal. Leave the multi-billion-dollar corporation alone. Yeah, I know, right? That's just gaming in general right there. All these people that get on copium trying to defend game companies because they're like emotionally invested. Chat, I gotta talk about something. This has been wild, and actually, I kind of want Beastly's opinion on this. And like, Beastly is, you know, got different goals in life than me and that kind of thing. But this has been like really bizarre for me, and it's not like this. What I'm about to talk about, it's not like a surprise, I guess, but the degree of it's been a surprise. So once I you know, got to the point where I could retire, right? and like I don't have as much like stress about money and stuff anymore, I have been like floored by like how much you want like goals to work towards, right? Like I still like I have like this insane desire to like work at like every fucking place in my city, right? Like I live in a much smaller city than I used to now, so it's a lot more local. And like I just want to work at the pizza place. I want to, because you want to like learn things, right? And like you realize like how much you need goals in life, right? To things to work towards. Like now, because that was like my big thing I was working towards for a long time, right? Is like getting my land set up where I could rent it out and, you know, make enough money off of that. You know, that'd been a very long-term goal. I put a lot of work and time into it, and very satisfying. But then once that's gone, it's like, now what, right? Like you don't want to just sit at home doing nothing. Like it's fine to do that sometimes, right? Sometimes you need to relax, you need to you know, chill for a bit. And I think, you know, a lot of people, you get in that mindset of, because you don't get to chill enough, that you think you want to do that all the time, but you absolutely do not, right? Like after a little bit of time off, you're like, okay, I need something to, you know, give me a reason to go out and do shit. And yeah, it kind of, I knew that was a thing. It's not like I was unaware of that, but like it like blew my mind how much of a thing that was. So like I've been more motivated to like work and go do hard work and stuff more than ever, I think, in my life, when I don't technically need to do it. But I guess it's because I learned like how much you like need that. At least I do anyway. But yeah, I really, because some people are like in a rut, you know, like, and they don't have those kind of long-term goals. But I really, you know, really cannot stress enough how much I recommend go get them, right? Yeah, I decided to just like, you know, keep certain goals in mind, and like anytime I'm bored or sitting around and like not wanting to do anything, you just think about those goals and like, okay, well, what can I do right now to work towards those goals? And then I'm instantly not bored. But yeah, it was like really eye-opening to me recently, just like how much you need that kind of motivation. Because self-improvement, skill development is really important. A lot more of a goal for me when I hit 30. Yeah, I mean, same for me, you know. I guess it took a little bit longer for me. I mean, when I was like, it took a bit longer for this to hit me, right? I think than most people. Like when I was 30, I was definitely, you know, trying to self-improve, but yeah, I don't know, the desire to do it just went up so much once I didn't have to, I guess. I guess because I kind of just saw like kind of what life is like if you don't have something to work towards, I guess. And like, don't get me wrong, hobbies are great, and I love my hobbies and stuff, but like, I'm not exaggerating. I've only played video games when I've streamed for like the last couple weeks. And it's not because I don't like video games, it's just because there's so much more I realize that I want to do, right? So yeah, I've hardly touched video games. Now, I'm sure I'll eventually catch back up, and I'm like, okay, you know, I want to relax, play some video games now. But yeah, I've only done it when streaming. Which is kind of a nice thing about streaming, though, because I don't want to like never play video games again, right? That would actually suck, and it gives me you know, an outlet to do it. So I'm very glad to be able to stream. Streaming's been like one of the most positive things in my life, honestly, especially when I decided to like not focus on it so much and do it more for fun. God damn, this song is good. I have no idea what to give Richard here, so we'll do Atlas. All right, let's see what the boys got. Then I get Sanson. Okay, why did it switch us back to stage 3? I swear I swapped it back to 1. Well, I guess we're seeing these animations first. Man, I really wanted to see stage 1, dude. Now our card art doesn't match. Fuck, we're in speed mode. We get to see double buster here. You got that line in him, yeah. So I will say, and this is just them being lazy, I really wish when he leaped in and did that buster attack, he then just swung the sword more. And have flame effects with him swinging the sword more. The reason it's just particle effects is because they don't want to do the animations. Which that just kind of sucks. They always do that. They like look for a Malekith. Yeah, but they look for a way to not animate the character. Because like Lancelot does a big leap in like that and then swings the sword a bunch. And has particle effects while swinging, right? Which is just better. And then you have poor Canis, who just leaps in and that's it, right? Just leaps in and slams, and there's nothing else other than that. Okay, so it's Buster. All right, we haven't seen the double quick yet. We haven't seen art either. Yeah, he's pretty stiff. Pretty cool stuff anyway, but yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not bad. Pretty good for an extra attack there. Although that, I swear that art card, or that quick card at the end was more fancy than the extra. Alright. I don't know what any of his skills do. Lost said he had some kind of like crit ramp or like star gen ramp, which is kind of lame. I'm really, I don't know much of his toolkit, but it sounds like that's all that he ramps with is just stars. That is so lame. Like he should ramp like King Protea does. It should be a huge, huge, huge part of his toolkit. It's so lame that he's not like that, especially when they have a character like Protea, so they know how to do it. Like he should be an offensive Protea. But does not seem like that is the case. Okay, we gotta do that BBB though. I mean, he's got all color up. I guess it would be smart to do rainbow. See the NP regen. That was pretty over the top. Yeah, that quick attack is crazy, dude. Looks like an extra. Not bad. Alright, there's one animation. No, we've seen all the animations now. Yeah, we did the art there, like the not starting art. Okay, you know, I don't think we're gonna beat this stage, but we'll see. Well, I'd like to see what his third skill does, but we looped, so I should have brought healing, but I didn't really think about the stage we were doing too carefully. But yeah, definitely should have brought self-healing command codes. Oh, that was new. That was cool. So he's got a different quick animation that you can get there. That was probably my favorite animation, actually. Yeah, I see we have a million Stargen up. I just like to say that Stargen up is the worst thing you can ramp on. And I mean that. It is the worst thing you can ramp on. Because, number one, it's not that hard to get star cap. There is a star cap in the first place. And Stargen itself caps really hard because of the way hit count works. So, regardless if you're going to hit the Stargen cap or not, you're not getting much, or the amount of star cap anyway. The Stargen itself is, like, that is, I'm so disappointed, dude. I'm so disappointed. Like, he should have, like, attack up or crit damage ramp, or both. He should be like King Protea, but attack up. Right? This is just so fucking lame the way they did this. I mean, at least they gave him a style of ramp, so it's not like they didn't realize that's what they should do. They're not like that out of touch, but they did such a bad job with it. Maybe they'll buff him later. And like, we don't need them adding characters like King Protea often, but Richard absolutely should. So, fairly standard performance, what we'd expect out of like a level 90 NP2 5-star, that's AoE. They're normally in like that 700k-ish range. If I had brought the self-healing stuff and all that, though, we could get a bit further. So it's actually, you know, it's pretty decent. Having no survivability is pretty rough here, though. Gonna die any second here. I mean, the crits are pretty good. Like the crit damage, not bad. Yeah, okay, we get a bit farther. Yeah, if I had the healing stuff, I could probably wait to do invulnerability until he NPs, and I don't think we would kill, but we'd get pretty close. I could see us getting to like even 200k-ish or so. So if he was level 100 and all that, he could probably do it. It'd just be a little bit close. Mine has his heal, CC, he's level 100. If you want, yeah, we'll try him out in a second here. Oh, put him in stage 1, and we'll just do that when we're doing stage 1. And if he was single target, he would definitely would get it done. Don't you fuck it. Okay, I was about to say. Okay, yeah, we're actually in the 200k range anyway, so yeah, he definitely can do it. He did really well at the end here, like a lot of damage last second. Yeah, hell, I think mine can do it if I do the heal. Big oof. Got 6k from burn damage. Oh yeah, we need to get his passive. What class did they give him? Probably look all of his shit up on the wiki now. I'm just glad he's in the game. Okay, what's the lad got here? God, fucking Stargen ramp. That is just, like, what the hell were they thinking? Anti-rider, that kind of makes sense. Oh, yeah, we definitely want that cooldown reduction. Probably the most useful one for him. And for a lot of people, honestly. So, minor spoilers for Fate Strange Fake. Like, what Richard does. He has an ability where, like, the longer the fight goes, he just gets faster and faster and faster and faster. And it gets, like, absurd. And it just keeps ramping and ramping and ramping. And yeah, I mean, you'll see if you haven't read the books in the anime. You'll see. It's a whole thing. Yeah, actually, why am I not playing Sonic music right now, though? The thing is, I'm so pissed that his ramping is done so badly in game because, like, man, that's not living up to the legend here. All right, where's Ace at? Oh, Airy jumped on to get him. Nice. Wonder what Airy's opinion on Change Fake in general is here. Airy's always so fucking, like, ready. It gets things to, like, max level so fast. Alright, where be Ace? Oh, Mr. Ice it. Wow, a lot of people, I guess it makes sense. The demographic I attract on my stream is definitely the demographic that's going to be rolling on Richard. I mean, really, he should just ramp attack up, like Protea, ramp health, like, it's obvious. Any aces in chat? You don't got an ace up the sleeve? Seeing everybody but Ace right now. Love this friend system. Bro. Where's Ace? I love how when you refresh, it just gives you the same people again. Like, yeah, I wanted to the whole purpose of refreshing is getting different people. And it does not, I mean, these games, dude. It's terrible fucking UI. We're definitely gonna need you to relog, Ace. Sometimes you have to relog like 2 times in a row for it to really, like, work. There we go. God damn it. Alright, NP3. Got heal boost, heal. No anti-dragon, but, you know, he crits so much, that's not a big deal. You're probably gonna crit. Alright. Really should bring Arash just in case, but he's level 100, so it's unlikely to be a problem. You've actually been able to change the Ascension on support for like forever. That was like the one thing they let you do before. Okay. I'm not surprised by this. Chat, is it good or bad that when I saw BB music, I just thought Blaze Blue, because that's what everyone calls Blaze Blue in that community, is just BB. It actually took me quite a while, because I'm like, you know, obviously this is not Blaze Blue related. I kind of forgot BB and Fate even existed. Let's do opening buster. Did I taunt? Yeah. They really love their particle effects. Okay, that was kind of cool. I saw that twig. All right, what do we need to see here? I guess Art Buster. Wait, that'll waste my heal though. Fuck. Damn it. we'll probably have a chance at it later. Wait, is the Excalibur remote gone? I wonder if it was just like a double, so we have to like re-add it. Yeah, if someone's got time, check 7TV and see if there's another copy of it. Because that's sometimes they delete like derivative stuff. That was such a good emote. We need that shit back. Hey, look, chat, Blue Note's got it. There you go. Exactly the same. Alright, let's see what they're gonna do for the NP. Damn it, we're gonna have 80% art crit. This better crit. I mean, that was pretty cool. I'm kind of... Well, that was cool. It didn't crit. Yeah, I wasn't looking, but I can see that. Well, that's what the third skill's for. Oh my god. What a guy. Okay, good time to heal. Gonna fuck up our card selection here, but it's worth. Alright, chat, which NP do you like better? Yeah, I like 1 better. I don't mind 3, but yeah, I like 1. Chat's pretty split. A lot of fans of both. I think it looks like 1 is slightly winning. Oh, 2, aren't you a rebel? That's a high vert fire. Yeah, I like both, but yeah, 1 is the GOAT. I think they're implying that Excalibur is the spam one because you can hear all those different hits. So that's like him shooting other Excaliburs, but I don't know, it's kind of unclear. I'm kind of sad we don't get like the full-on, you know, multi-Excalibur, but unless they used it in stage 2, but I doubt. What to do here? I can heal again next turn, so I need to heal boost. I like the guy with the helmet there. That looks so cool. The full face helmet guy in there. Pretty hype. Good, he buffed. I like it. Okay, now we're just getting lucky. Okay, I take it back. That turn looked so good until he did that. I should have done this last turn. That was just a straight mistake. There was no reason not to have done it last turn. Shit. Although I guess the battery, but like we're not going to have 6 turns, so I just have like that last turn. I could have had the damage buffs and I didn't. That's like the only difference it's gonna make. So that's obviously negative. Looks like we're gonna win though. It's going pretty well. Oh wow, okay. Okay, jackass. Watch him triple crit us. We didn't even use the invulnerability. Looks like I could win right now without casting it. But yeah, we obviously got it. Sick. Yeah, he can definitely win at 90. Just gotta play right and not get bad luck. Very cool. Okay, chat. Now we talk about the grand system. Guess I'll reiterate again for the people that just now joined. So they're gonna. We don't know every detail about it, but they said after OC4, which is in spring, after you beat it, you get to pick 7 servants to be grands, and then they only get to use their grand abilities in certain stages, which we don't know what those stages are. Probably the finale and maybe some other stuff. We'll see. And then whoever you pick as a grand, they get to equip their Bond CE for free. Like they just have it all the time. Now there may be other things that they haven't detailed yet because they weren't really going into a deep dive about it. Oh yeah, and then they have to be level 100, and they have to be 10, 10, 10. So I'm glad I got my Herc to 100 there. But yeah, they have to be 100. Like 90 don't work, has to be 100, and they have to be 10, 10, 10. They don't need their passives though. So what I pick will probably change a bit depending on if you have to pick one of each class or if you just get 7 period. Like how they're going to do it will affect, you know, what I pick a bit. Assuming though you can just pick 7 of anything, right? Just 7 servants. Obviously Ku, that's 1. Mori, that's 2. Man, Billy and Tesla's tough. Honestly, probably Sanson too. He deserves it. He really does. I mean, I've just had him forever. He's like one of the first FGO specific characters I was hype about. I got him to Bond 10 super quick and everything. So yeah, Sanson definitely makes the cut. So yeah, Mori, I'm gonna have to do Mordred. I like Mordred too much. So yeah, Mordred, Mori, Ku, Sanson, those are definitely in. And then if it's not class specific, I might do Tesla and Billy. I don't know. If it's class specific and I can only pick one, I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, probably Billy, just because, you know, I like low stars and I've been using Billy like since the beginning. But I love Tesla, dude. Like Tesla's character is like wanting humanity to like rely on themselves and not mysticism and all this stupid shit, right? Like that is so my jam. Like I love him to death. Let's see. So that's 1, 2. That's 4 for sure. And then one of these 2, it's 5. That only leaves me with 2. So Darius and Herc are both really tempting. Canis is really cool, so it's one of them. I mean, I love Kojiro, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, on my ult, I'll pick Achilles, right? Obviously, I love Achilles, but I don't have him over on my main. If I had Achilles, this would actually be really tough, because make it really hard to just pick 7. Yeah, I'm not picking Morgan. Darius increases Party Buster by 15%. Man, that might make me pick Hercules. That sucks. I love Darius, but that is such a bad Bond CE. Like, it's good on a support. That's awesome on a support, but on a DPS, that's kind of whatever. I don't know. It's Grand Geronimo. What's Geronimo's Bond CE? Doesn't K... Oh, you almost got me. Oh, you almost got me. I didn't read the name. I didn't read the name. That was close. Good try, buddy. Good try. Whew, that's one of the better attempts I've seen in a while. That was close. Holy shit. You know what got me? You would have got me if you didn't say something so obvious as defense down. Because why I stopped to think was like, no, defense down. There's no way. And then I was like, wait a second. What's going on here? Yeah, if he had said something a bit more believable, you know, but maybe like, you know, something that's kind of meh or something, like maybe just said, isn't it really bad? You probably would have got me there. But yeah, the defense down stood out just a little bit too much, and I was like, wait a second. Holy shit, that was close. Because I haven't streamed in a while. Good fucking attempt, though. You gotta get creative like that. Alright, speaking of which, what is... I almost said it just casually there. What is Canis's thing? It is... Party Buster up 15%. Oh shit, no, it does have defense down on it. You weren't even lying. I forgot. It does have defense down on it. Imagine the truth being too unbelievable. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, she gives the party 15% Buster up. She gives the party 15% crit up. And then reduces the party's defense by 10. So that's... She's kind of a bad pick, honestly. That's kind of rough. I mean, it depends on the context. Sucks because I like Canis a lot, right? Canis is really high on my list, but yeah, that's kind of iffy. Canis also gets the class bonus that Ku has, so they're very advantaged like that. Babbage has defense down too. Let's see what his is. God, I love Babbage. He'll be grand on my ult account because he's grailed to 100 there. I got 100%. He's just be grand over there. That's gonna be like Gwen, Achilles, Protoku, Gil, Babbage. So he increases the party's Buster performance by 20%. That's actually pretty cool though that he does that. But then the defense down, so it's not really worth it. Like if he was a support that gave the party 20%, that'd be awesome. But because he's a DPS, there's unfortunately no reason to do it. Well, that's rough, man. I think Arthur's is attack up, actually. It's like, it was back then, there was their way of giving him charisma. Now, he actually has charisma now because he got buffed. But yeah, I think it's attack up for the team. Let me look. Yeah, his is just everyone gets 15% attack up. I do love Arthur a lot, and I wouldn't hate him getting to be grand. I'd have to grail him to 100, though, but I've been thinking about doing that anyway. Yeah, Orion's is actually so good. Oh god, Ku Alters is so good too. That's right, his has guts on it. Holy fuck, dude, that is huge. Just a little bit more survivability for Ku Alter really rounds his kit out because his PFA is kind of, you know, scuffed. That is so good for him. What's Bizet's again? I forget. I remember it was something whack. Calamity Jane's is actually super good. Like super fucking good for her. Because her whole thing is you want stars, so she can show up from the back row and then she'll do a star bomb. I think she gets NP damage up too. Oh, does Bizet get guts? So you don't need to be Bond 10 to be a grand, but you won't get to equip the Bond CE unless you're Bond 10. So, God, this song is just the best. Kristen is like right up there with Patriot as my favorite character in Arc Knights. That was such a sick character. All right, she gets 30% NP damage, which is super great for her, and then guts. Wow, this system is not created equal. Like Hercules is getting like such a ridiculous buff with this. Like Hercules is outrageously strong. Ku Alter's outrageously strong. Bizet's outrageously strong. That's actually so disgusting for Bizet because she gets so much out of the NP up. What's Gareth's? Let me check. This is like such a sick boss theme, dude. It fit the character so well. All right, Gareth. All right, she gets party Buster up and party crit up. 10% for Buster, 15 for crit. Pretty solid, you know. So no negative. It makes herself stronger, makes her teammates stronger. That's pretty nice. That's actually, yeah, that's quite good. Yeah, this song is like definitely my top favorite songs. It's super good. This and like Steam Knight's theme are the best from Arc Knights, I would say. Man, isn't Tesla getting scuffed? Because he only gets NP damage on his Bond CE, no guts. And I don't think he even has like a higher percentage. Oh, his is party. He gives everyone 20% NP damage. We'll see. I think Enkidu's is actually kind of good. I think it heals him every turn or something. Like, that's not as good as Herc's, but when you combine that with like command codes and stuff, should be fine. Yeah, actually, I think Enkidu's is super good. He heals himself and everyone else for 500 every turn. That's super great. That's actually, if you're in a hard boss fight and you need your support, throwing out a support skill to keep you alive pretty consistently, like healing, that on top of it's really nice. Like I think that's fine. And then you can use heal boost and you could make it a little bit more every turn. So I actually think that's really good. I don't think it's as good as Herc's, obviously, right? Or Kualter's, but it's hard to be that good. But I think that's quite good. I think Hans's is super good because you're not going to be soloing with Hans anyway. So you're going to use him for team stuff, and then he just gives the entire team debuff resist, 30% too. And that 30% is no joke. So that's free 30% debuff resist. You might have somebody like if your key DPS has magic resist, it stacks. Like, that's very significant in a debuff heavy fight. That's actually super nice. What's Caligula's? I don't know, but I have a feeling it's not good. Hans is pretty rare as an early servant with a really good bonds DE like that. Alright, Caligula's. Increase Buster performance by 20%. And then lowers the party's defense by 10%. That's terrible. It's only 20%. Like, that's fucking trash. It's everyone gets defense down too. Asterios is at least good if you're working with a quick. The thing is, like, Asterios is more support oriented, so it's very possible you might use like X survival unit, Asterios survival unit, and then your main DPS, and the main DPS is a quick. Then it's fine. The thing is, that's just narrow, right? A lot of these other people get stuff that's good all the time, where he gets something that's only good in a very specific context. Right, and if you are soloing, it does nothing. So that does suck. But yeah, if you happen to have a quick DPS, like I did Ushi and Asterios versus Guadia, right? And then that would actually be helpful, but yeah, it could definitely be better. CL has NP damage up and HP regen. That's not bad. How much? Thank you for say. Oh, okay. You're smart to not use capital letters on that one. You could have gotten me there. What you needed to do was, instead of it being spelled correctly, you needed it to be some convoluted, roundabout way of saying it. Because I got that way before, right? Somebody's, wasn't it Kiba? Kiba just said this ridiculous sentence that sounded, it was messed up. It vaguely sounded like he was talking about something that, like, I talk about a lot, right? But it was just like some crazy, like the last letter of this word and first letter of this word to get me to say it. I didn't even notice I said it until like way later too. But yeah, you got to do that kind of shit. But that was close. But thank you for the sub regardless. Rude streamer doesn't read sub's name. It was just too hard to pronounce. 500 HP for self. Okay, so that's good for soloing then, because you're not gonna have teammates. Yeah, that's really good. That's super good. Yeah, dude, some people are really okay, chat, who else? Find me these sponsees. Yeah, some people are really benefiting from these. I want to check Tamamoto here, what he gets. So, Kuz it's better than a lot of the other, like, day one people that we've talked about that aren't looking so hot. But it's not amazing, and it's because getting the crit thing to proc is pretty inconsistent, but he gets the NP damage up, too, so. Oh, Burgess. Oh, hold on. Let me look up Tamamoto here. I want to know what he gets. And then I'll look up Burgess. If someone knows it, you can just say it. But you gotta be clear about, like, who you're talking about. And they've added a lot of archers. Okay, Tamamoto. Increase party's damage against lawful alignment by 20%. I mean, if you're fighting lawful alignment, that's incredibly strong. Melts is 30% crit, 20% quick for self, negative for the rest of the team. So That's really good for solo. That's oh my god, just constantly having crit and quick up like that. That's really good solo. Moon Cancer Kiara gets full heal guts. That's really good. I would say for her gameplay style, that's also really good because like for most units, Herx is way better. But because she, you know, it's hard for her to lose all of her life. That's really good for her. Yeah, 8 stars per turn. Obviously, all those are good. All the star gen ones. Or stars per turn ones. Star bombs. I don't think Emia's is that great. Raj is when he dies, he clears everyone's debuffs, I think. Which is super unique and can be very good. Oh wait, does Edmund really? Is that what it gets if they're cursed? He gets just 20% damage because if it's equipped for free, no opportunity cost. That's actually really good. He's already such a broken unit too. That is disgustingly strong. Because you could still equip him with Yang CE and have both, which that's just outrageous. Oh yeah, Angra. Shit. Yeah, Angra's is actually really nice. He gets that huge counter to beasts, and then you can actually equip him with a regular CE, so. Charlemagne is 15% attack up against demonic and 15 against evil. Situationally good, but that's not nearly as good as all these other ones, unfortunately. Yeah, Kuz is when you attack, you have a chance to give yourself a crit buff, and then you get NP damage up all the time. But it's not a very big crit buff, so. Yeah, I know what Sanson's is. Believe me, I know. Burgess is 30% NP up. And she has 30% chance to increase max HP by 500. That's really nice, because that's exactly her kind of gameplay style. That's sick. Man, some people are going to have a lot of fun with this. Like those Burgess fans. That's nice. Go to Mine, 30% NP damage. And 20 stars every time Guts procs. That's really good. Well, music's a little loud. What's Akko's? Arjuna Alter has 3 hit invulnerability. Oh, 30% NP damage. Wow. Very good. I wish Darius's was good. DB Dubai, kind of lame. 20% more damage against whom she puts her trait debuff on. Yeah. It's okay. Like, it's not that hard for her to do that. There are better ones for sure, but it's okay. Underface gets 8% rainbow buff for the whole party. I mean, that's cool, but not the best. 8%, a 10% would be better. Martha, let's see. Which Martha, though? Regular Martha has increased party's healing effectiveness. Oh, that's right, by 30%. So that can be really good if you're in the right team, right? If you're using her with like Hans or Merlin or whatever, that could be really good. Ivan sucks. What's the... Oh yeah, Gramps has got that 100% debuff resistance. Yeah, I remember that. It's only for himself, but that's super good. Amakusa increases party's damage for undead and demon by 20%. If you happen to be doing that, then it's very good. I wonder if you get the stats from your Bond CE. Not that you get many stats, but... We have Faker. These are weird ones, so I could see them doing something creative. Increase NP damage by 30%. Grant self on death activation. Charges party NP gauge by 10%. So, yeah, if she dies, you give everyone 10% battery. I mean, that's okay, but, I mean... So there's a lot of people that have 30% NP damage and then another effect, right? There's a lot of people with that. That's you're not going to really use her as, like George and stuff. Like, honestly, Ku's is probably better than that one, and that's saying something. Because Ku Alters is one of the best, I think. Let's see. Constantine's, which one? I don't remember what his is. I do remember it being decent, but Protea gives herself 20% buster up and 20% attack up when having growth buff. Well, you're always gonna have the growth buff essentially, so that's not bad at all. Ozzy gives party 10% art, and buster. It's okay. Like, even in a solo, if you just get 10% art and buster up, you're not gonna complain about that. Avenger Ushi is another guts plus NP up. Yeah, those are so good. That is such a good. And she's like Ku Alter with being a really good solo unit, so that is so fucking strong. Honestly, she's a contender for just like the best fucking unit, I think, when she has that. Like that, because most of this content you're going to use them for is probably going to be more boss fight style content, and like she's already so good for that. That's just ridiculous. It's gonna be really hard to top that. Beast Nero in 30% NP damage, 40% chance to get 10% NP damage up. And it's fine, but definitely think the guts is better. Attack up and HP recovery on death for Constantine. That's not too bad. How much of attack up though? Bedivere has 10% buster up and 10% NP gain rate. That's kind of nice because he's already got NP gain rate for the team. Is that for himself or the team? I'm assuming the team. I know Achilles is invulnerability for like his shield. Pretty cool actually. And he gives it to everybody. It's whenever he activates on the field. So yeah, actually Achilles is super good. I think that's like really, really handy. Like hell, you could use the switch mystic code to bring that in when the enemy's about to NP. You can do stuff like that. Takojana is 10% quick and 10% NP gain. Yeah, it's okay. Good for her, like the way she plays. And then Mari are 25% crit for everyone. I mean, that's not too bad. That's kind of inferior though to a lot of the color damage up stuff though. Zenobia's got 30% NP damage and 30% battery on guts. Wait, isn't that just better than Faker's? Because hers was 10%. What the hell? By the way, there are a few bond CEs that are strict upgrades and downgrades. Like I think Shiki's is just better than Curse Arms and shit like that. There's a few like that where they're just one is just straight up better. Oh, Zenobia's is self. But is that on guts then? I wish Aresh had a better bond CE. I don't know what that one is. What's Mori's? I don't remember it being particularly good because I've had him at bond 10 forever. And I don't ever use it, so I have to imagine I was not impressed. It is increase parties buster performance by 10, increase parties crit by 15. Okay, well, so before that was useless because he's the DPS, not the support, so it just doesn't make any sense to use that opportunity cost. But now that it's just free, that's fine, right? Like now he's just going to crit harder and his busters will hit harder, so that's totally fine. It's not like the best ever, but that's good. Emiya's is 30% NP up, and when he attacks, 30% to generate 5 stars. Okay. Definitely not my favorite of that style. Virtua has 20% anti-divinity for the team. That's nice that it's for the team. The 50% total. I mean, look at what I remember what Ku's does. I just don't remember the exact percentage on the crit. I think it's like 5% or something stupid. It's not great. So 30% NP all the time. And then when attacking, you have a 30% chance to increase crit damage by 10%. The part about it that is actually good though is that buff lasts 3 turns. So you know, it's inconsistent, but throughout the run, you're going to get some damage out of it. The problem is, Ku does crit a decent amount with all like the power creep that's happened over time, but it's not like he crits every single fucking turn. So you have to get the randomness of when the buff is up to correlate when you happen to actually be critting. Basically, you don't even think about it. You just set it and forget it. And like, hey, if it happens to sync up, great. And if it doesn't, don't worry about it. So sometimes you'll just crit harder. But, you know, 30% NP damage up is nice because Ku's NP is already upgraded and single target, quick, etc., etc. No, they didn't say no extras. They didn't say how it was gonna work. They just said you pick 7 servants. So there'll probably be more details later. I suspect they are gonna do it where you just pick 7 servants and that's it. But it's possible they're gonna be like one of each class or this, that, and the other. We'll just have to see. Because I think after you do OC4, the lore is going to change. That's the whole point of the OCs, right? Is like accepting the extra classes to be proper. That's literally the point, right? So they're probably going to allow you to grant other stuff because of that. What I'm getting at, chat, is Ort was ahead of his time. But yeah, we don't know for sure. We'll just see. But yeah, they do have to be level 100 and 10, 10, 10. And so far, the only bonus they've told us about to picking them as Grand is they get to equip their Bond CE all the time, right? And so if you're not Bond 10, it's not useful yet. Now, by the way, chat, I'm just gonna say it. They're cowards. They're cowards and they're doing this wrong. So what they've said is they only get to activate their Grand abilities on certain stages, right? Which is kind of lore accurate, though, to be fair. That's kind of how Grands work. You know, they only get summoned as a Grand opposed... Because, like, normally if you summon... who's been a Grand? Orion, right? Normally if you summon Orion, he's just a regular archer. But, you know, if he gets summoned as the Grand Archer, right, then he's stronger, but it's only for that instance, right? So that makes sense. But, for the sake of the game, and, like, you know, obviously it's kind of a gameplay thing, and you have their moment where it only technically counts during this part of gameplay, but, like, it should just work all the time. Your Bond CE is not that broken. And even though units like Hercules get this massive buff, I think everyone's okay with that. No one cares. Like, no one's mad that Hercules is stronger, right? So I think if you pick your 7, they should get their Bond CEs, and that's just that, right? And here's the reason that they're being cowards and they're not going to do it that way. Because what's going to happen is someone's going to pick their 7, and then 5 months later, they're going to add a new character, and someone's going to be like, but I want that guy to be my Grand now. And then if you can change it, then there's no point to the system because then you're just going to always change it based on what you're doing right now. Now, there's a solution to this. And the solution is you can change it, but changing it is very difficult, right? You make it where if you really want to change out a Grand, you have to go through you have to use maybe a bunch of mats, maybe even like do some stages and stuff, right? That way you can't do it every time there's something like, you know, relevant up. You have to roll another copy. I don't know about that. That might be a little too much. But yeah, that's what I would do. Because I think, yeah, like 1 billion QP. Like, seriously, you actually make it something like really awful like that. That way, there's just no fucking way people are going to be able to, like, hey, this new boss is up and this character would be better, so I should just swap out my Grand, right? That's fine. No, don't make it coins. No, that is the worst fucking idea I've ever heard. That's just pay to win. Absolutely not. Yeah, coin system is bad enough as is. That is such a bad idea. Anyways, yeah, I don't think people are thinking through that one. But yeah, I really do think you should be able to just have it all the time. I think that'd be cool. Now, maybe they'll be nice and they'll add new permanent content that you can use your Grands in all the time, but I would not, I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, imagine giving them more reasons to need to roll more and more coins. Now, coins would be okay if they gave you another way of obtaining them, but yeah, new content copium. Okay, is anyone surprised though that as soon as I heard about the Grand system, the first thing I thought of is I'm obviously giving that to Ku? Like it's obviously the first thing I thought of. Let's say, okay, yeah. Wait, okay, so Ku, Mori, Mordred, Sanson. I can't believe I'm picking Sanson. But I have to, dude. He's my boy. That's 4. I'm leaning towards Billy, but man, I love Tesla. But that one of these, that's 5. Probably Herx, that's 6. I've only got one left. Maybe I grail Arthur. I think Arthur's just like, it's so fitting. Everyone's like wanted him to be a Grand Saber back in the day, I remember. Copium, yeah, I know, right? I do love Siegfried, but I do like Arthur a bit more. Yeah, I've been wanting to grail Arthur to 100 anyway, so I'm really leaning towards Arthur. That feels right. I got the grails. I'm just gonna do it now. I've been wanting to, like, even if I didn't pick him as Grand, I want him to be 100 anyway. Grand Steno. I mean, on the Steno account, obviously. Honestly, my ult account gets to do some pretty sick stuff. It gets, Gwaine, Protoku, Gilgamesh, Achilles, right? Probably 100 face, Babbage, that's 6. So I'm not sure what that last one will be. Yeah, maybe Leonidas, because it's got 100 Leonidas. Although I don't know if he's Bond 10. What's messed up is I'm not sure 100 faces Bond 10 over there. I'll check. Yeah, I don't use her for farming. She's so single target. Like Gwaine, Gil, Protoku, all that stuff is. I mean, Reddit doesn't really mean anything. I love how people just like get on these like ridiculous tangents, dude. Like, we'll know when we get there. You roll NP7 in that brief period of time between them announcing new AMPIDs and buffing the bond coins to give you universal coins to use. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you told me about that before. But yeah, they're not really used beyond that. But maybe they'll add them eventually. That would change a lot of complaints people have, though, if they did give us away. But I think they should do, and a lot of games do this, right? A lot of games have systems like this. Normally, it's more for like character shards, though, that like allow you to dupe the character for like NP rank equivalent. But a lot of games do a thing where, yeah, rolling the character again gives you these shards of the character, but then there is like grinding you can do to get it as well, right? It's not efficient, but you can. So if there's like that one character you just super hype, you can get them sorted out, right? That's a pretty good way of doing it. Arknights kind of does that with the generic tokens, but you don't really grind those. Well, I guess you kind of do, but like you get them from different, you know, shops and stuff that are normally related to grinding, so it is kind of connected. Yeah, Sword of COVID does that. That fucking Blaze Blue game did that. I've seen a few other games do it. I do hope, though, that actually the grant system is limited to 1 per class. Just because it's a little bit more interesting that way, I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm in two minds about it because your two favorite characters might both be the same class, right? So, like, I get it. We'll see. But it just kind of makes more sense. That's true. I couldn't do Mordred and Arthur. Isn't Mordred's just like NP damage for the team? Just because she's a pretty old unit, so they weren't being super creative there. Like when you look at Mordred's lore, that is such a lame Bond CE. Like you could, it should be Guts, by the way. Yeah, she gives everyone 20% NP damage. But yeah, like it should have Guts. She literally has Guts in lore. Right, like it's a canonical thing that she has battle continuation. So a really good way of giving her that would be on her Bond CE. Yeah, no, they buffed her and they never gave it to her. It's so stupid. And that would have been a good way to like make her different than the other sabers that are so similar to her gameplay wise. Every once in a while, they'll do a Bond CE that's like really inspired, and then a lot of the times they won't. Yeah, let's look at it though again if we have to care about like one per class, which again I hope they do it that way, but we're gonna have to wait a while. I think beating OC4 is gonna be, they're gonna like reveal some shit for sure. They just add 7 servants. Oh my god. Okay, so if it has to be 1 per class, then obviously it's, wow, look, it put Arthur right up there. It jumped up a bunch of spaces there. It's kind of messing up my what I'm used to where servants are though. Anyway, so Ku's for Lancer, Maurice for Berserker, probably Mordred for Saber, even though I do love Arthur, but and I guess Billy for Archer, Sanson for Assassin, although Kojiro is tempting, but Phantom, thank you for the 63 months, dude. I really appreciate it. So then I don't have a caster or a writer. So I wouldn't have all 7 grands, chat. Shit. See, Achilles is the easy 100 for see, this is where I wish we knew, right? Like 100%, because then it's worth, you know, leveling one. But you don't want to level one and then have them be like, well, that's not actually how we're gonna do it. We were just kidding. I should just keep the Grails and XP on me so I can do it when it happens. If I do need to level a writer, you know, Grail a writer. So we got Medusa Kentucky. Constantine on the ult account. I honestly get the feeling though they're not going to do it this way, just because I don't think they're going to want it to be that limiting. I think when you beat OC4, like the lore is going to change. But we'll see. I do hope they do it this way though, because it is more interesting. But I would not be shocked if you just pick 7 and that's that. But okay, what are the riders we got here? There's Man Ricardo, Ricky Boy. Babbage for caster. That's pretty tempting. Even though he's already grailed to 100 in my ult. Let's see. I get the feeling it's only going to apply to the finale, which honestly is lame. I think people have talked about it forever, getting your Bond CE as a passive. I think people want that as just a more like permanent thing, and then just rebalance the Bond CEs that are bad. I do like Medea, but I don't like her more than Babbage. But hold on, Ryder. Black Bart's cool, but I don't think I like him more than Medusa and Toki. Man, I love Shakespeare and Mozart, but that'd be a pretty rough pick. Oh man, Chen Gong. Actually, that is a really good one. I love Chen Gong so much. Holy fuck. Yeah, Chen Gong is actually so tempting. Grandcaster Chen Gong. That's probably the one. That's a lot of grails though, but honestly, that feels so right, dude. I've been thinking about grailing him anyway. Actually, just the other day I was thinking about I would really like to have a grailed Chen Gong. Shit, yeah, that's probably the one. That is just too perfect, dude. I mean, seriously, Grandcaster Chen Gong. That just doesn't get better than that. So then Ryder right now, I think Medusa. Kentucky is really cool, but yeah, I think Medusa. So time to save up some grails. Thankfully, she's already 90, so she doesn't need as many. But you need a lot of grails for Chen Gong there. But yeah, I would love that. Grandcaster Chen Gong, that's so good. Grand Assassin Jekyll, oh my god. Ryder Canis isn't bad. She's fine. She's not like exemplary, right? She's not like the best rider there ever was, but she's totally fine. I've used her plenty, and she always gets the job done just fine. And she's a pretty good boss nuker. I mean, yeah, she's not just, you know, king of the riders, but it's pretty solid for a 4-star. But yeah, we'll see what they do with extra classes. Imagine, yeah, if they make Jekyll count for 2. You know, you say that's like a meme, but they do that. They have singled him out multiple times and even talked about him directly on stream and just shit on him like that. Like, someone just fucking hates that boy. It's crazy. Like, how about you guys, I don't know, like, revamp his toolkit so he's actually good, so it's worth putting up with all this dog shit. It's so dumb, dude. Medusa's original translation, dude. Good times. So how you guys feel about Richard? You know, his animations are a little stiff, but overall I like him pretty well. His gameplay is pretty uninspired, and like they're not really leaning it. Like, at least he has ramping, but he doesn't ramp as much as like Protea does, and that's very disappointing. But he is cool. I do like the animations. He's a solid AoE unit. It's not like bad or anything, but yeah, I do think the gameplay could have been a bit more inspired. But I'm just glad to see him in the game, for God's sakes. Nice to get some Fate Strange Fake going on in here. So let's see. We've got Gilgamesh, Enkidu, Richard, and that's it. So yeah, not a lot. Yeah, the gameplay does feel like just truly already a unit that I really, really want to be added. No, we don't. Ishtar doesn't count because that's such a different version of Ishtar. Like, we don't really have Ishtar. Like, let's not kid ourselves. You have Rin-Hearted, right? That's what you have. You know, Ishtar and Fate Strange Fake not only looks way different, it just acts completely differently. So that doesn't really count. You know, it's way more like pure blood Ishtar. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say his gameplay is lame, but you know, Jekyll and Hyde's gameplay is lame, right? Richard is uninspired, I would say. I think it's really not. I mean, if anything, the Ishtar we have now is Ishtar Alter, way more so than the Fate Strange Fake one. Dumas quick support? I hope so. Please be 3-star, NFP summon, and is a fucking quick support, because we still don't have one. That would be so nice. Fix so many problems. And Ricardo is a cool pick, but I do think I'd give it to Medusa, but it's close. I do like Man Ricardo a lot. That would be really cool, though. I don't know. We'll see. Like, the main thing they did was the ramping with the Star Gen. It's just, that's not, you know, Star Gen is such a stupid thing to ramp. Like, did someone, like, not realize that when they were making him? Like, it's so lame. I mean, you could make Dumas both, right? You could make, although it wouldn't make any sense with him, with what he does lore-wise, but you could make Dumas a single-target caster that's also a quick support for the team. But, that really doesn't make any sense. Unless you make his NP, him and, like, powering John, and John smacks a bitch, and that's your single target. And, like, that's how you, like, represent the musketeer ability, right? Like, you could do that, but I think they're more likely to make it where you do his ability and he buffs, you know, someone on the team or buffs the whole team or whatever, right? I don't know, though. When I think about it, they might actually do that. They really might. Big spoilers, but I already kind of did that. But because if I remember correctly, he only buffs one person. He gets to pick one person, and that's the person he empowers the hell out of. And that's difficult to... Now, they can make it a skill, right? That's kind of one way to do it, but that's lame. But they do that all the time. They make NPC skills. But if you make it a skill, you just make it targetable, and then boom, there you go. But the easy way to do it through making it an actual NP is you have him buff John in the NP, and then John goes beats the shit out of him, right? So I don't know. We'll see what they do. Hard to say. Oh, what's Richard's Bond CE? Because maybe that'll, I mean, obviously we're not going to get to use the Bond CE system much, but that's what I think it really sucks about this is only using the Bond CEs in like the finale. If that's all we get it for, that's really not that awesome. But yeah, does anyone know what the Bond CE does? I'm curious. Maybe it's something ramp related. %30 buster crit damage for the team. I mean, at least he gives them to himself, but yeah, I was hoping like when he attacks, maybe something could proc or something. Or like maybe every turn that goes by, he gets like a 1% attack up, caps it a certain amount or some shit. Like do something, goddammit. Alright, well, I would love to sit down and like play the game more, but there's not a lot to do in FGO right now. Although, what are these master missions? I should probably get some of these done. Oh, I see we're getting a grail out of this. Bunch of QP. I normally like kill enemies of a certain like type and things like that. Anybody know what any of the conditions are? Well, I have to get water. I'm thirsty as hell and I'm talking, so I'm just getting so parched. So give me 1 second. Okay, water obtained. Let's see if the wiki or something's got the mission list here, because a lot of times you can get a bunch of them like knocked out at once. Nope, wiki don't got shit. Well, time to guess. I remember, I think America's got a stage that has like so many attributes in one place. Crazy that Richard got in before Agravain. That actually is wild as hell. Well, yeah, a lot of alignments and whatnot here. Having a dragon enemy would help. Someone that's divine and dragon would be really good. I'd say let's use Richard, but we used him quite a bit. Let's see. We could show off this stage 2 though. Might have a different skill animation or something. All right. Okay, when do we get Guadi out? Make it happen. Never. Yeah, we'll see. They thought about it. It's crazy that they gave him like a victory line, an extra attack. I think he had bond lines. Like people data mined that he had some pretty serious work put into him towards being a playable character. And he had a victory line, like if you beat a stage, you can clear stage line. Oh, no kill quests? Well, that's kind of disappointing. Oh, you need drops, like blue items, gems and stuff, okay. I mean, that could drop here. Look at George surviving. He does have good drip. This might be like boring, but I like when their casual clothes are just normal ass clothes, right? Like this isn't like super over the top stylized nonsense. It's pretty fucking like regular. They get kind of wild with the casual clothes sometimes. The point of like, you're not blending in, champ, which is the whole point. Okay, with Gil, it's fine because it's Gilgamesh, right? You know, there's a reason here. And actually, Gil's like casual clothes in Unlimited Blade Works is pretty normal, I would say. It's kind of weird though. That's the one thing for him that I don't even get why he wears that. And a lot of people hype it, but it just looks so like, it looks like I don't know, like a track get up or something. Like it's like, what the fuck? It's so like not flashy. His casual clothes in the Fate route obviously are a lot more what you would expect. He has different casual clothes though, like everything he's in. He's got different in Face Strange Fake. Just t-shirt and jeans. Yeah, that is probably the most basic one out there. Wait, no, there's Ku. Like, all of Ku's casual clothes are just outrageously normal. Normally, it's like part-time worker, dude. You got the Hawaiian shirt one, but, he's generally just wearing, like, whatever the, like, fuck, like, just some whatever shirt. No, the fact we don't have, Hawaiian shirt Ku is so fucked up. Yeah, waiter, that's the thing. I think we'll do 100k here. Should not have brought this though. Medusa had really normal clothes. Did Medea ever have casual clothes? Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, hers are really normal too. Like the purple vest and shit. Yeah, I forgot about that. Honestly, Fate Stay Night was pretty good about people being fucking normal. Same for Fate Zero. It's only like recent years they've gotten really fucking stupid. Finally got a new PC. Nice. That's always a good feeling. Oh, apparently we accomplished something here. Oh, weekly mission. Oh, we got both. Cool. There's just a lot of stuff about Fate that's changed over time, and I'm not a fan of it. Like, a lot of the philosophy in the earlier stories and stuff were just a lot more consistent. A lot of stupid stuff that's just eroded over time. Yeah, Mash is another character that doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. Like, having characters talk in menus like that every time you click the menu, and it's a menu you need to click over and over again, that's just stupid. Like, why would you do that? How many Lancer gems do I have right now? 93. Okay, I must have bought them all from the shop. Okay, chat. Who do we want to use here? Oh my god, there we go. Perfect. I need a Grailed Chiron now that I think about it. I kind of forget how much I like Chiron. I don't even know why. We just never talk about him. But anytime I think about, like, you know, his role in the story and, like, he's fucking awesome, dude. Also, they cut a lot of his screen time from the anime, which is a crime. And, like, in the book, the whole bit with Adam versus the gang is very much from, like, Chiron's perspective, and, like, Chiron is the most important character there because he's the brains, and Adam is really, really smart, which you don't get that in the anime, but... So there's a lot of, like, strategy going on between, like, Chiron's plan versus, you know, Adam's plan, and it's really cool, right? And, yeah, you don't get any of that in the anime. Fucking sucks. Yeah, he did get the best fight in the fucking show, so there's at least that. And, like, they still got a lot of his good moments, but there is a lot of stuff with him that they did cut. I love the part where Chiron ganks the hell out of Mordred, and, like, it makes her look really bad, right? It looks like, you know, he's, like, way stronger than her, which he's not, and he knows that. So he even says, like, you know, I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead and leave while I still look good. I fucking love that part. Peace. Yeah, I hate what they did with Adam. They made that fight scene so much shorter, and they just removed all the stakes from it. That peace emote. That's so good because it's Neural, because Neural doesn't, like, stay on the field very long because of her second skill generally. That's actually so good. That's like a perfect pick for that. Like, I love Chiron because he's legitimately really wise, and he, like, gives good advice to his master, and he has good tactics and stuff. But he's kind of like a smartass. Like, and it's really subtle, right? It's super subtle, but it's like that bit with Mordred where, like, he knows he's ultimately weaker than her, but he's gonna, you know, quit while he's ahead. And then, like, the fucking bit with Achilles where he is asking so much of Achilles, it's ridiculous, right? Like, he just died to Achilles, right? And he's asking Achilles for, like, so many favors, and then he shoots Achilles in the fucking Achilles tendon and still expects him to, you know, keep doing him favors, you know, after he dies. And the thing is, it's because he knows Achilles will, and Achilles is just like, you fucking shit, right? Like, it's just, he's such he's like a brat. That's fucking amazing, though. Yeah, I love Chiron so much, dude. That's one of my favorite parts. Like, he's being such a dick to Achilles, but yeah, he knows Achilles is gonna go along with it anyway, so. Yeah, I love that fight scene, though, with him and Achilles. By the way, though, I really stand by this, and what I'm about to say applies to, like, all stories. This, like, principle is insanely rare, right? And I really dislike this about storytelling, be it games, movies, comics, you know, anime, whatever it is, right? This principle is super common, and I hate it. They don't have, like, internal, like, integrity, right? So, for example, fucking Achilles, it's okay that he dies at the end, but he should have lived to fight Amakusa, and that would have been amazing character development for him with, like, what they were doing with him and Chiron and everything. So Achilles should have been with Zig fighting Amakusa. The reason they don't do that is because Achilles doesn't have really any connection to Zig, and they want Zig to be special, which that has nothing to do with anything, right? Like, that's stupid. And that's actually why I like the Fate Strange fake writer, because a lot of times he'll do things that aren't really what you would expect, like, narratively, but they make sense. And of course, you know, he'll do things that obviously are for, like, you know, what the type for the narrative or whatever, but, like, if there's an obvious thing that should happen because that's, like, how things are playing out, he lets it fucking play out, right? Where that's you almost never see that in anything, right? Like, I can think of so many examples of that where it's like, you know, clearly, like, fucking Canis should have lived at the end of 5 because she can travel between Lost Belts and she can switch masters. And she should obviously want revenge against Beryl. But they just don't, they don't want, that's like messy. They're like, oh, no, we don't want her part of Lost Belt 6. That's not like the narrative we want to tell. It's a different writer and we don't want to step on toes and blah. It's so much shit like that, right? It's super obnoxious. And like Achilles, like helping Zig at the end would make it a lot of the fights more believable anyway, right? Yeah, it's so stupid that they just don't have Herbie Gordolf's servant and then just have her carry on into the later stuff. Like having reoccurring developing characters like that is good, right? And personally, I love it when you have for example, maybe I'm using this as an example. I'm not saying Fate Zero should have done this, but if you've got like a story where you have like the almost too obvious destined fight that's going to happen at the end, like Kodomine versus Kurotsugu, right? And instead of that happening, something a lot more like logical happens, right? Like I really like that stuff. I love when you see that in a story, when something like maybe like you have the main bad guy and you think you know, the main character is going to beat the main bad guy, but then a side character actually beats the main bad guy. But it's not just done on a whim. It's like, it's because it makes sense for that character and they work for it. It's a whole thing, right? That's awesome. And because it's less predictable, you know, it's a lot more like engaging. When it's always like the typical thing, it's boring. Now you don't want to always do that. You know, sometimes you want to do the typical thing, clearly. But you don't want to just like do something odd just to do something odd. But if the main character always beats the main bad guy, that's just, I mean, that's just snoozeville. Especially when a lot of times you have other characters that have their own motivations and like character arcs and stuff. And they're almost like hamstrung by the fact that they're not allowed to do anything too important. Because the main character's got to do it. Yeah, I haven't seen all of Hunter x Hunter. But, or read it because it's, you know, mostly manga now. But I know that they're better about that kind of stuff. They're a bit more unpredictable, which is nice. I mean, really good for them. Like, I'm really glad they do that. Everything I've seen about Hunter x Hunter is they do a lot of things outside the box, but in a believable, sensible way that works for their own story, and that's nice. So I really do appreciate that. The thing with Hunter x Hunter is the aesthetic of it. I don't like it a lot. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And there just aren't that many characters that I personally like. I don't think they're bad characters. I don't think like the characters are written poorly or anything. But like, I just do not care about like 90% of the cast. I agree though, the way it's written and everything, it actually is kind of peak, right? Especially for that kind, you know, is it shonen? I always get them confused because there's a bunch of show shit. Whatever, I think it's shonen. Anyway, for that style of story, it is pretty much doing it the best you can in terms of like format, I would say. I can't even think of anything else that's close, to be honest. So, one reason I haven't kept up with Hunter x Hunter, this is gonna sound super mean, and I don't really mean it this way, but I was thinking about this the other day. When you look at all the storytelling mediums, right? You got video games, you got movies, shows, anime, you know, manga. This is so mean. I hate to say this, but this is the truth. Manga is my least favorite, and it's not inherent. I don't even entirely know why, but I was like thinking about it. All the different stories I've read and watched and stuff, I can think of so little manga that I like super like. Now, to be fair, I try to make an effort to like read manga every once in a while to be fair about it, but I read a lot more books than I do manga, right? I play more games than I read manga. You know, I even watch more movies than I read manga, and I don't watch a lot of movies. So, you know, to be fair, I've kind of given it the least of a chance. And I have read manga that I've enjoyed, but I've never read a manga that like I enjoyed, like just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And the few manga I can think of that I do like a lot, they have a good anime adaptation, or the anime came first and it's the adaptation or whatever, right? So it's like, I don't know, manga just never, it never like blows me away, and because of that, I kind of like seek it out the least. And so like with Hunter x Hunter, I'm just like, you know, I'm not crazy about the characters in Hunter x Hunter anyway, and it's a manga, and I really want to read a manga right now. And then I legitimately try, you know, occasionally to read manga, and I try to cast a wide net and read things I wouldn't normally read. And I try to do that with all things, books and everything. But like, because Hunter x Hunter is so long, and I think this is really logical here, because it's so fucking long, it's like, is that what I'm gonna read? It's like, no, I could read this other thing that's like a 1/10 of the size, if that. So yeah, I just don't really ever get around to it. But people like say it's really good. I hear that all of the fucking time, that it's like, you know, super good. I have not watched the Demon Slayer anime, and I haven't read the manga. I don't even know anything about it. And it's mainly because I don't like the aesthetic. And there's plenty of other things for me to do in my spare time. But one of these days. That's another one people say that is good, and I don't even know what the plot is. So, I know people in real life that love Tokyo Ghoul, and they've told me things about it, and I don't remember any of it. At all. So I don't know who the main character is, I don't know what it's about, I don't even know what the setting is. I should, because I've literally been told those things, I think, but yeah, I don't fucking remember. I remember the name. Yeah, I have some friends. Bakano is good. Bakano is a book, though. I don't know if they ever made a manga version of it. I'm not actually sure. All right, let's see what Chiron can do here. Do that. Yeah, I'll take recommendations. Like I've enjoyed many things that I would not have tried otherwise because someone recommended it to me. And I can enjoy, I think, any genre on the planet if it's written well. The only genre that I think is like truly pushing it, and I don't think I've ever enjoyed this genre, although there's some things where it's like half of this genre and I enjoy it, but I have never found anything that's horror, pure horror. It's not focusing on anything but horror that I've liked. It's just, it's way too contrived. I don't get scared easily at all, so then you're not really getting like the whole, like, I guess, adrenaline experience people want out of it. And like, it's just, they're so forced. I think like horror is so inherently forced. It is so like trying, and some things being forced don't bother me, like an action movie having a plot that's like contrived to make sure the action happens. I'm okay with that because I enjoy the action a lot. Where the horror, I don't even give a fuck about it, and then the plot is like stupid because it's trying to make sure all this horror happens. And it's just, I've never enjoyed it even a little bit. I'm always just like rolling my eyes at it, and I just can't get into it. I think if I ever enjoyed something horror, it would be a video game because it is immersive, right? I think that's the only thing that I could ever like really appreciate from horror is if it's a video game. Now I could be wrong, but like, I know people in real life that like horror a lot, so I've been exposed to an okay amount of it, and I don't like it. I never am impressed. Orb? What the hell is Orb? Now, like, where horror does well, like, things can be horrific, but it's not like a horror movie, right? So where I think horror works really, really well is if you have like a regular ass story, right? You know, it's got characters and blah, 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 and then something horrific happens in it, right? Because like that's how like life is. When you look at like the just horrible tragedies that have happened throughout human history, right? The fact that those aren't happening non-stop, or it's not like all grayscale, you know, trying to be creepy and all this shit. It's just, you have such a normal life, and then you have these horrible things in it, right? Which makes them stand out in contrast and makes them feel, you know, really bad. When the whole thing is just trying to be depressing all the time or whatever it is, it just doesn't land for me. Like, real life is so much scarier though than the horror genre, I find. So I was talking to, you know, talking about like I like to, you know, I've been trying to work odd jobs and stuff. You know, I work at this corner store, and actually yesterday I only work there one day a week, right? It's like nothing, but you know, I like them. I meet people there. It's fun. But yesterday they actually asked me to come help because they had like some problems, and so I just came in for like 2 hours, you know. So I know I'm helping them do stuff, and we're just chatting. And someone asked me what my favorite movie was, and I said, you know, Country for Old Men. And they were like, oh my god, that's so dark. And I'm like, what? Like, I never even thought of it that way. Like, I guess I can kind of see that. But it never even occurred to me. Like, I was like, what do you mean it's dark? You know, because I'm like, you know, it's analyzing mortality and aging and that kind of stuff. But then now I think about it, it's like, no, it is pretty dark because the bad guy kind of wins. Nothing really goes well for anybody. And I guess to a lot of people, I think the theme of mortality is really rough. And I get that, you know, I totally understand that. But it's also like the most relatable thing, period. I don't think there really is a topic more relatable from person to person than mortality, right? That is the one thing that is just that completely ties us all together, right? And it's just, I don't know, the movie's not really framed like it's dark. It's framed very matter-of-factly, right? Because a lot of people that don't even think about it too much, they don't even pick up on the meta narrative about like aging and mortality and that kind of stuff, right? They don't really pick up on that. They're like, man, this is a weird Western, right? Like that's so yeah, I never really saw it as dark. But yeah, I get it. I mean, yeah, I mean, really, now that I think about it, No Country for Old Men really is existential dread, the movie. Like 100% that is truly what it is about. But you know, I appreciate it because it does a lot more than just that. You know, the way it frames those things is in a very relatable, grounded way, and it still has an entertaining story based on just the actual events that are happening with like the money and all these different factions and stuff. And in terms of like the movie instead of the book, the cinematography is really good, right? So that, you know, I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, back on point here. Yeah, manga is always a hard sell for me, but I do make an effort to try to you know, scan it and read stuff from time to time. What really gets me is, like, for example, I can't be alone in this. This happens all the time. That either there's a manga and an anime, and they're both good, right? And the anime is actually complete, like with the manga, or there's an anime that only covers like the first blip of the manga, and then you like it, so like, okay, maybe I'll read the manga, but then you realize the manga's not done yet, right? So it's like, okay, right? Like, you know, this started in 2000, and we're now in 2024, and it's still going, so I guess I'll wait then. Because like, I wouldn't want to read No Country for Old Men in installments, thanks. Right, here's a great example. I love Black Lagoon, probably my favorite anime, right? So good. And there's a lot more of it in the manga. Well, not a lot more of it, but there's a bit more of it in the manga. And I'd like to read that, but I don't want to read it until the fucking thing is done. So I've never read the Black Lagoon manga, ever, right? So I'm just, and it's, as far as I'm aware, it's still not done yet. Actually, I believe, and this is kind of sad, like, the writer went through some shit, and like, he didn't write for like 10 years. And I think like just like this year, he started writing again. Which, I mean, good for him and everything, but yeah, I think he had a pretty rough time, and he went a really long time not writing anything. So that's kind of a unique case, but that principle applies. Wait, is that the artist of Cuckoo? I don't even know. I didn't look into that at all. Oh yeah, I've seen Cowboy. Who the fuck hasn't watched Cowboy Bebop that's watching an FGO stream on Twitch? Okay, let's find out. Anybody here not watch? Oh, now we got one right there. Me Diva, no. Ace. Oh no, chat, what is happening? What is that? Holy shit, what the fuck, chat? Okay, can we get a poll if you've seen Cowboy Bebop or not? You don't even have to have finished it yet, but you have to have at least watched in full, I would say 3 episodes at least, to answer yes here. I'm surprised. I don't know if there is a more classical anime than Cowboy Bebop. You've got stuff like Astro Boy, but that didn't really age that well, right? Or Cowboy Bebop did. And it's kind of famous for being the classic anime that everyone should watch. Now I'll say this, chat. I like Cowboy Bebop, but it's not my favorite because it's a little too episodic for my taste. Like, it really is. But I do like it. I mean, it's hard not to, but I do like it. But it's not, you know, it's not Black Lagoon level or anything. Wow, most of chat has not seen. Well, most of the people bothering to vote, because a lot of people don't vote because, you know, you're just listening. I know what you're all about. I've seen Outlaw Star, although I don't think I saw every episode. Because I saw it when it was, like, airing on, like, Toonami and shit. And I did not catch every episode. I don't even think I caught, like, the last few episodes. So I don't even know how it ends. I don't even remember that much about it. I don't even remember if I like it, to be honest. Because, like, I rewatched Cowboy Bebop when I was older, so I still remember it pretty well. But I only watched Outlaw Star when it was airing on television when I was younger. So I have no idea how I feel about it. I just remember it was about gun that shoot big bullet and in space. So yeah, I'm surprised that many people haven't watched Outlaw Star, but maybe the times are just changing and it is what it is, right? Okay. Can we get a poll? How many people in chat have watched Fate Zero? There we go. We'll do something Fate. Because that must be way higher because we're streaming FGO right now, so... Chat, I'm pretty cool. I've read the Fate Zero book. I'm a real hipster, chat. Actually, I wonder how many people have done that. That's like still one of my favorite Fate stories, if not my favorite. Like, okay, way more people have seen Fate Zero than Cowboy Bebop. I mean, which like does make a degree of sense, I suppose. It's just if there was like a generic, I don't know, maybe chat, what are the kids like? What's that one you all keep telling me to watch and then I don't? It starts with an F. Like, y'all bring this up all the time. Fryrin, whatever the fuck. Fryrin. We'll do that poll next. Do that poll next. And cause I kind of suspect most of y'all have seen that because y'all bring that up so often. Well, yeah, Fate Zero blew Cowboy Bebop out of the water there. That wasn't even close. Chad, the only thing I know about that anime, other than you all just recommending it all the time, is the main character's an elf. So I looked that up, and I'm not impressed. But well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not. I can't make up my mind. I should, because how long is it? Because if it's not that long, okay, this is pretty split. Like, again, beating Cowboy Bebop, but not beating Fate Zero. But I guess I mean, the vote's not done yet, so we'll see. But, 66%. There's less people voting, though. 26 episodes. Oh, that's not that bad. My free time has been kind of limited lately, but... I have watched Zero Fate things. I just play FGO because I played together with a friend who passed away last year. Man, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, dude. I'm surprised you haven't, you know, tried at least something, though. I would recommend Fate Zero. You don't need to watch anything else Fate related. You completely stand alone. There's no problem just watching that, and you're good. I think it's definitely the best anime for Fate out by a pretty substantial amount. But yeah, that sucks, man. Let's see here. Who's someone we don't use a lot? I mean, there's a bunch. It's only because I don't like them. And also, there's characters that I don't use because I don't have them, and I do like them, but then no one slots them. So that happens a lot. Okay. We'll use the third ascension, why not? I almost like the third ascension. I mean, I like most of it, I just don't like the pants. Like, the pants really kill it, but the green's obviously really good. And it doesn't have the hat, right? If it had the hat and it didn't have the dumb pants, it would be better. I hate that kind of like super poofy and then into like skinny, right? Eek. But it is green, so I like that. Like the top half of it's really good. She's a really cool new 3-star though. Pretty cool character and then fun gameplay. Very happy with that. Okay, chat, what's the one character on your account that you're absolutely gonna pick as a grand? Like, obviously, Ku for me. Hans, wow. Hans, Kojiro, Mel, Kama, Gil, Hokusai, both. If it'll let you. You don't know if they'll let you. We'll see. Morgan and Kidu. Theseus, man, there's some serious variety here. Which, I mean, Nightingale, that's a rare one. Even though she's popular, she's not normally like #1 though. Jason, Benny, Mori, respect, another Gil. A lot of Gils in here. The Mordreds, OG Artoria, the classic. Miss Crane, wow, that's a unique one. Maybe Gray, oh, that's a good pick. Unlucky Lady. Yeah, we're not really sure what they're doing with Grands yet. We'll see. Oh, Gwaine, nice. Saito, nice. Kenneth, see that. Another Gray. Oh, Romulus, very nice. Only one Cuckoo this entire time. A lot of Gills. Surprised there was only one. I think there was 2 Morgans. Rider Medusa. You know, I wonder if someone is gonna do Geronimo. It's hard to know if that's serious or not. Guess we'll see. Astoria, what the hell even is her Bond CE? But she's probably a really strong one. I'm sure people will do it though, especially if they don't have a caster they really like. I'm so sure people are gonna make her one of the 7, even if it's not the main one, like the first one they pick. Do I evade here? Nah, we're fine. Can she do 21k? Like, you know what? Time to find out. Fuck it. I like that she gets along with Billy though. That's kind of a fun thing with them both, you know, liking guns. So that was a good one. Billy is oddly in a lot of characters' interludes. Like him playing cards with Mash and Ku, with Jolter and all that. Alright, got a triple kill. Love that. 55 stars. Yeah, if you only get to pick one Saber, yeah, we'll see how they do it. But yeah, if you only got to pick one, yeah, that's tough. Masashi's probably better from a pure gameplay standpoint because she's so fucking broken, but Mordred's cooler. Just saying. Alright, can I do 200k without an NP? Maybe. Man, I wish we had command codes. Like the 25% crits and stuff when you're doing 3 cards like this is a hell of a lot of... Wow, okay. Woo! That's spicy. I'd love to see that with command codes. God damn. I've never understood Masashi hate. Like, it's not a character I super hype. And I can't understand... I understand not liking the, like, Masashi wank that they do sometimes. But I always say this. Again, I'm not a big Masashi fan. I'm pretty neutral, right? And, like, I'm glad they had a character with an ongoing character arc like they did with her in The Lost Belt. Now, they didn't do it in the best way possible, like, for sure. especially like the chaos thing. I don't know if that was the best way to wrap that up. But you know, I actually wish we had more reoccurring characters like that with like an ongoing character arc and shit like that. Like they could have done with Canis, right? Like that was a fuck up. So yeah, even though it's not like, you know, my kind of character, I never get the hate, and I see her get a lot of hate. I really do. I see her get a lot of hype too, to be fair. Yeah, I guess some of it, that is definitely a thing. Some people just don't like things that are getting attention. That's always a thing. Like Fortnite gets hate because it's popular and shit like that. Yeah, they definitely could have done Musashi's like ending better. But I mean, overall, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's not like she kills Chaos, so I mean. Spoilers for Lost Belt 7, the end of it, in case you care. I know that's, you all, I don't think have the time gate yet. I'm not sure, to be honest. Anyway, so you might want to mute for a second. But chat, I'm gonna give Nemo some praise here, because I normally don't. I'm really not a Nemo fan, right? Like, really have, you know, the kid characters and all that, not about it. But I do really like when Ort shows up again, right, at the end. Everyone's like panicking and like we're doomed, and Nero is just like, do your fucking job, right? And it's like trying to be practical and not like giving up. Which I thought that was kind of cool, because like literally everyone else is just like, oh my god, we're so fucked. And then Nemo's like, keep your shit together. But yeah, it's like the one good point for Nemo I've seen. Yeah, lore accurate. I can't believe John Fate would do that. What, for the people that reviewed it? God, I love that damn emote. When I first added it, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work or people would use it a lot, but people use it all the fucking time, dude. Okay, well, we've done 4 out of 17 missions, which is not that great, but... Oh, I think you have to get these to beat the mission. I don't know. This thing is weird. Wow, I got Richard in, like 300 SQ. That's not bad. Like 2 of them. I didn't really pay attention there. I knew it wasn't like a lot, but yeah, that's not bad at all. Feels good, man. The question is, are they going to add something else I care about soon? Because sometimes they wait such a long amount of time that, you know, I end up just having a fuckload again. Okay, chat. If they added regular timeline Morgan as a ruler, would you roll on it? No, yes, no, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's a lot of yes. That's a hell of a lot of yes. Okay, for only the people that are saying no, right? So only the people that are saying no. Shut the fuck up, everyone else. Do you like regular, or I guess, well, she's not regular Morgan, I guess. Do you like Lost Belt Morgan, though? Like, I'm curious if people that said no, if they like the Lost Belt one. The double no is really, wow, no, wow. So there's one guy that likes Lost Belt Morgan and then doesn't like regular Morgan. Everyone else is just like, I don't like either of them. Which, I mean, I can respect that. Is Zig here, by the way? Because I know Zig got his Discord hacked, so hoping to get I think he's normally on like way later at night though, so probably not. Did you see the silhouettes? I did not. If someone can post that, I'll put it on screen. The only good Morgan is a dead Morgan. Well, Mordred certainly agrees with that. Oh, okay, let's see here. May not size this as good as I could, but whatever. So wait a minute, chat. That big stream, is all the announced that, you know, vaguely they're going to do the grand system for only certain stages? and then Richard. Is that it? I don't feel like that's really stream worthy. It was a short stream. Okay, fair enough. Oh, like 5 minutes. Okay, that makes more sense then. Okay, looks like guy with pillar. I don't think this is either a shield on this guy with a spear, or it's like a parasol or something for this person. I swear they do this shit on purpose. Okay, chat. Okay, chat. How many men do you think are here? Because initially it seems like a lot. This kind of seems like a guy. This seems like a guy. This seems like a guy. This seems like a guy. But by no means is, like, especially this one, is that guaranteed to be a guy, right? Like, absolutely not. And then the question is, all the ones that are almost... Chat, I love how you have characters like this that you can see very clearly. And then you have this. Right? Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid, dude. Yeah, what Ace said. So it's like, you know, like, this is pretty obviously a guy, right? And you can see that very, very clearly, right? But then again in here, it's like, who the fuck knows? One is definitely a robot. What makes you think that? Did they say something? There's at least 9 servants there. There's not much, though, that... This one definitely looks like a girl just because of, like, the posture. They don't normally, like, have them stand that way if it's a guy. I mean, I do think Chet is right. This is probably more ladies than men. But there's not much here to actually confirm anyone is a lady. Not that there's a lot to confirm anyone's a guy either, but normally it's easier to tell if one of the silhouettes is a lady. But there's really not shit here. It's 100% what the hat is. Here, let me see. Agravain. Yeah, nothing in here looks like Agravain. I don't even see where he could fit unless he's in this like amalgamation in the middle where you can't see anything. Is it? I don't know. That doesn't really look right to me. Is there like other art of him that I'm not aware of? Because I mean, I guess kind of. Yeah, I mean, with the thing in the back. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, it probably is. Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. So, did they hint at like what? Are these just characters coming up in the next year, or like Lost Spell 4, or OC4? I'm guessing just throughout the year. Yeah, you're right. That I didn't even see that. No, you're right. Yeah, that's definitely him for sure. That one. Well, someone needs to then like super. Well, I guess we don't have the full art though. That's the thing. Because if you like impose the character art, you know, in there, it can sometimes make it easier to kind of define other characters, kind of give you an idea of what the fuck is going on. But he's in the. It looks like he's in the far back, right? So like you can't really cut anything in here anyway, because these people are in front of him. Yeah, the most useful thing is when they add somebody that's in the front. Like, see, you can tell by the feet, right? Whoever this is, they're in the front, right? So if you got their character outline, you could learn a lot more about who's next to them. But watch them be added last. I don't know. I have no idea how tactical they are about this. Like, with trying to... Because, like, if you want to be a dick, you add this guy first. Because that tells you fucking nothing. That tells you, like, a tiny bit about, like, in here. Right? But that's just nothing. If you want to be a dick, you add that guy first. And then, probably this one, maybe. And then, like, whoever is back here, right? And then, like, this guy. Honestly, adding him is pretty useless, too. You could be such a dick about this. One kid spotted? Yeah, probably. Normally, shoes actually tell you a lot about the character, but there's not a whole lot here. Like, you know, heels are normally ladies, although not always, like, truly not. They have plenty of guys rocking heels too, but that just pushes in that favor. Yeah, there's a lot of designs like that I can tell you, but yeah, none of those shoes really tell you jack shit. One of those is definitely Ort. Yeah, fucking right. But yeah, like, for example, if they have like robot legs, you know, that's gonna stand out a lot, or unhumanoid like Ivan, you know, that's gonna stand out big time. I just saw someone trying to beat Arknights.e2 in 22 days. And got stuck on bird meth. That should be doable. I think bird meth is doable, but it's gonna be hard, obviously. That boss does have a big stat check element, though. Like, absolutely, it does. Let's see. I guess we need XP to drop. No, we probably have gotten XP to drop. They probably want you to get some farming materials that, like, you know, certain enemies have to drop that aren't necessarily going to be available in these stages. Like, you know, these kinds of things. Cheeky? Yeah, I don't know if they're going to add him, man. We'll see. I mean, they should. I'm not, like, a big fan of him, but I definitely think they should add him. Yeah, I guess the shoes, ironically, though, are the thing you can see the clearest there by, like, a lot. The problem is most of the known characters, you don't see their full sprite yet. Until they're playable, you don't... That's, like, the whole shtick. Is, like, until they're playable, you don't get their full design. Now, if they're outside of the game, right, they're from a different Fate work, then you can. But most of them probably aren't. Tesla. He's so fucking cool. Alright, chat, what's your favorite extra attack? I'm always undecisive on this one. It's either Karna's or Tesla's, though. And there's plenty of other really good ones. There's some sick... I actually like extra attacks more than NPs these days. I think their NPs have gotten kind of lame. They're kind of phoned in these days. But there's... Oh my god, there's so many extra attacks that I love. That's a lot of Karna. Arjuna's is good, too. Holy shit, I do love Arjuna's. Avenger Nobu's. What is... Oh, I remember her. Yeah, that's pretty good. Avenger Nobu's got really good animation. Iori. I actually forgot what that one was. That's a lot of Karna, though. But, I mean, Karna's is so good. Like, that was a very inspired one right there. Charlemagne's is good. Yep, I like that one. But yeah, Karna's is something special. Oh, Amakusa's is good, too. Absolutely. But, man, I love Tesla's. Is good. There's definitely more effort put into Karna's, though, no question. Got him. Oh yeah, Jason's is good. I like Jason. You know, I don't even know what Saint Seiya is. I've heard people bring it up a lot because of Romulus, but I don't know what it is. I'm assuming there's people that wear you know, golden armor like that though. Okay, it's got guts, so I guess I'll just proc the guts and not actually kill it. I could kill it this turn, but I want to see. Wait, there's no way it's gonna kill George. It's a fucking caster. Oh, what have I done? Greek warriors with constellation powers. That is not what I was expecting. Well, now George is gonna lose his taunt. Unfortunate. Man, GSSR is not something I keep up with. Oh, he still has taunt. Excuse me, I can't count. I should have done a quick chain there, but whatever. Okay, we're probably not gonna kill that 61k one here. What do we do? I think we fire these two skills. Alright, do some slow-mo here. If I do BB, we might kill, but I'm gonna focus on NP game. Oh yeah, I haven't looked at his passives. I actually need to do that. I probably don't have a lot of coins for him though. Story lock. I love the sound effects in that. Like build up. Oh shit, he's doing way more damage than I'm thinking. I'm underestimating my Tesla here. I wonder if she's Earth or Sky, because that makes him hit harder. Because he's neutral and I had pretty vanilla buffs there. I mean, he is level 100 in 2K foe. Let me look this up. She is man, which makes sense. I couldn't see why she would be Earth or Sky. Now I guess she could kind of be Earth. That would kind of make sense actually, but yeah, she's just man. And look, she's back. Man, we should see the extra attack here. We're not gonna do that much damage. More extras. Damn, I'm wrong. No stun, unfortunate. No crit. That was 60%. Oh, it's so good. Imagine if she triple bustered and then all crit. Actually, she can't triple. She only gets 2 actions per turn. Unfortunate. Full health, by the way. BM combo. All right. Yeah, it really sucks they didn't use him more seriously in Lost Belt 5. That could have been so, like, special. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, about, like, you know, they didn't let him do anything because, like, oh, the story's not focusing on him, and, you know, we got these characters we want to focus on and all that. But, like, that's just ignoring what's actually there, right? Like, ugh. What's another... It's hard to know what I should really do now that... Like, most of the general drops we've already gotten. Although we did beat a mission here. Yeah, a lot of Musashi, not a lot of Tesla. What are you gonna do? Yeah, they don't use Tesla seriously often. I will say, though, the very few times you use him seriously is really cool. Like, him talking, scatty and all that. But, yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh my god, the new Hassan, when grouped with all the other Hassans, looks so fucking stupid. And they just have him standing there like he's just like one of the gang. It's so dumb. Like all the other Hassans, you know, have a very like old-timey, grounded kind of design. You know, they're all pretty similar. You know, they got that, you know, ancient assassin that it's like believable, right? Still kind of anime, but you know, they're all kind of got that look. And then he's sitting there all like modern, you know, stupid shit. Like it looks so like it's so dumb. Oh my god, I'm not about it. And he shoots fucking lasers and everything. It's so out of place. Should have given us the spoon, Hassan. I don't think this one will drop anything we need because we've surely gotten QP drops in other stages. We'd have a weekly mission for it though, so fuck it. Yeah, I know. Imagine King Hassan being that guy. Actually, I think Spoon Hassan would have been pretty well received. Seems kind of popular. I haven't done a QP stage in so long. This is I got this team is called QP, but it's not. Well, I mean, no, it kind of is. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Yeah, I've got the QP stuff. Is this stage good enough? I'm gonna use one of these just because I have 45 of them, and I'm probably not gonna do 45 stages. So I'm just gonna use it, even though this. I think it's unlikely that this is the best stage to use it on. So, is Fate Strange Fake out yet? But I'm guessing if it is, it's just episode 1, which we have already seen, which sucks. Like, and we don't even know what the opening is and stuff yet, and I want to know if the opening is going to be like Bakano and Durarara, which probably won't because a different company's making it, but it's the same writer. Well, for the source material. Yeah, it's still only one. I do think it's funny that they showed in Ep 1 early because it's set in America. I mean, I think that was pretty cool. I think if, like, it's good to do that across the board. If someone's set in Germany, you know, give it to Germany sooner. I think that's really cool. But yeah, Fate Strange Fake is like the only story that doesn't hate America in the Fate franchise. And it's because Nasu didn't write it. Like, I'm telling you, you would not have gotten any of that, like, American shit if Nasu wrote that. No shot. I wonder if I can give Mordred a different CE so I don't have to give her the third skill. So, I'm obviously biased, but I even felt this way before I started liking Mordred's character, right? I think her NP is one of the cooler, like, just straight shoots a fucking giant laser. Because, like, the way it, like, changes the lighting so much, and, like, all the lightning and all that just makes it look really cool, right? And it fits the character so well. Because, like, to be honest, there's really nothing about a lot of the other giant lasers that really tie into the character that well. But hers ties into the character, like, massively. And you can really see that with, like, all the lightning and just, it looks angry. It looks like a fucking angry laser beam, right? And, like, with the lore of, like, how her NP works. So, you know, it just all syncs up very well, right? So it actually looks, like, super good. I think it's the best one. And not just in, like, FGO, like, the game, but, like, the way it's used in the anime and just, like, the way it's, like, shown in, like, the pictures for the book and stuff. Angie laser beam. I also just like the fact that it's not even what her NP is supposed to do. Like, there's nothing about Clarent that shoots a giant laser beam. It does not do that, right? The sword is supposed to increase all of your stats, like Lancelot's sword, but because she stole it, she can't get that, so it doesn't do that ability, and so she just, like, gets so fucking angry that she, like, forces the sword to do something else entirely. It's like mana burst shit. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Just make your own NP. It'll work out. Man, I really am tempted to make Tesla grand, but if I have to rob it from Billy, that wouldn't feel right. But goddamn, Tesla's cool, dude. Yeah, she's basically getting really angry and, like, overpowering the NP with mana burst, and it makes, I guess it amplifies the mana burst and thus giant red lightning laser. Yeah, made Excalibur NP out of sheer spite, yeah. There's some, like, real negatives, though. Like, you don't see this ever because, Susugo is the best master in the Fate franchise. Just standalone comment. But also the reason why you don't see the downsides. Her NP is supposed to, like, fuck her up, like, really bad. But it doesn't because her master is so good. Like they have like the, I'm not even exaggerating, I'm pretty sure they have the best master servant compatibility out of anyone ever, other than the person that summoned themselves. But when you have that good of like compatibility, like it like gives you a lot of bonuses, and one of the bonuses is the negative doesn't happen. Although actually, the person that summons themselves, I actually don't think has the best compatibility, because they summoned themselves from way in the past and they've changed a lot is kind of the thing. They have a like similar goal or same goal, but they probably don't have the best compatibility because of that. Who else potentially has though like super omega compatibility? I'm trying to think of. Imagine if Shiro summoned Emiya. Yeah, that wouldn't go very well. Yeah, that's a good point. Summoning yourself actually is not as good as I thought, Chad. I'm wrong. I'm so fucking wrong, dude. Yeah, most examples of where that could happen, I don't think it would go very well. Yeah, same for Gilles de Reyes. Like, if he was like his normal self before he went crazy and he summoned his crazy self, that wouldn't go well. Okay, Gil. Yeah, well, depends on like where in the timeline. Still, I like, if it's adult Gil, it'll be fine. But if it's like early Gil, it wouldn't go over very well. And if it's really late into the timeline Gil, it wouldn't go very well, actually. So Queen Bizet is pretty good, but I would say not as good as Mordred and Tsuchigo, because obviously they like each other, but like they get under each other's skin. They're that kind of thing, right? Where Mordred and Tsuchigo are just like two peas in a pod, right? There's like no friction whatsoever there. Like it's literally Uncle Tsuchigo. Where like there's some, you know, issues with like Ku and Bizet do not see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, even though she's like obsessed with them. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, they're sharing a brain cell, absolutely. Yeah, Kid Gil and Gil would be fine. Like Caster Gil and whatnot, that'd be fine. Yeah, I don't think Enkidu would get along with Berserker and Enkidu either. Yeah, no way, actually. They're like opposites, really. Yeah, wow. We really don't have a lot of examples of people summoning themselves where it's potentially possible to do so and it going well. So yeah, I super retract my statement. You know, it never actually happened, but they've talked about it. Shiro and Spartacus have outrageously high compatibility, and they really do. So that would be up there. Here's the thing, though. Shiro's a shit master, but Tsuchigo's not, right? So it still works out really well. Yep, Carl and Charlemagne. That's not gonna work. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, though, in Phase Change Fake, them summoning themselves. Do you realize how quickly Spartacus and Shiro would die? Like, they're just... It's crazy because Spartacus is actually a really strong servant, but they're way too fucking stupid to live. I think they even said that when they talked about it. So I think there's a character material book that talks about it, and I'm pretty sure he said they would probably die immediately. Yeah, it's true. Shiro would not have mana for Spartacus, so yep, they're fucked. Yeah, if he didn't have a catalyst, that he would probably summon Spartacus. That's the thing. If it was just a raw like personality summon, that would be the one. He'd probably get. To be fair though, he'd probably get Saber Spartacus. which we know he's a Saber Spartacus's abilities, but we don't really know his personality and that kind of shit. So he better have a passive where he doesn't need mana. Like, that boy better be mana efficient as all hell. I hope we get to see Saber Spartacus at some point. Okay, I beat something. Well, he's got different abilities. Like, some of his stuff is weaker, but some of it's probably gonna be better. Generally, though, Berserkers are stronger. It's just, you know, mana and dumb. Do you think Karna is the most mana draining servant? I mean, he's definitely up there. Because he has really powerful abilities that take a lot of mana anyway, and he constantly strains your mana because of his armor and your normal servant upkeep. Anytime I think of mana drain, he is the first thing that comes to mind. Let's see, though, who else is really mana intensive? I mean, Achilles is too. The thing about Achilles, though, is he doesn't take any mana really at all until he does shit. So you can be like tactical about it and like save up mana and just be smart. Where Karna is just like, you're on the clock. Yeah, I would actually say Karna's worse than most Berserkers because the armor makes him like a Berserker, but then his abilities are just so demanding. Yeah, Gil's completely self-sufficient. He's not like he's just completely self-sufficient. He doesn't need a master at all. He's fucking bullshit. Because not only does Gil have his own ways to regenerate mana because of stupid shit in Gate, but most of his stuff doesn't even take mana because they're not mana items. They're just real items like in the world. So his mana cost is outrageously low. Like, I'm pretty sure Aya, if I remember correctly, doesn't even take mana, like, at all. Like, it just does its own thing. So yeah, Gil's pretty stupid. But yeah, Gil's like the most mana efficient thing we've ever seen. Well, I'll tell you what, though, the strange fake assassin, the real assassin, not the fake assassin, he's outrageously mana efficient too. If he's in shadows, he just regenerates mana. I think it's just enough to like sustain him. I don't think he goes positive. Now, I don't think Zerkalot is more demanding than Karna. I think when you're just like AFK, they're pretty much the same, right? But when they get to fighting, I don't see how Lancelot would be worse. Like, he mostly takes other people's things. He's not using mana to create his own stuff. He's not shooting out energy blasts and whatnot, right? Where Karna's got a million NPs and eye lasers and all this shit and mana bursts. Like, he's just so fucking mana intense. Because they say his armor is what makes him, like, equivalent to a Berserker. Never mind all the other fucking shit he does. Yeah, Gil even says he didn't need Kodamine's help to stay manifested that entire time. He just, like, humored Kodamine. He's like, oh, you're helping. But he didn't actually need it. And, like, he says he can keep, you know, on his own, he can keep another servant in the world, right? Because he didn't want to kill Shiro just because it would save him the hassle, right, of keeping Saber around. But he said he can keep Artoria around if he wants to on his own. So it's just he's got bullshit in Gate. A lot of Divine Servants, though, have, like, hacks and stuff, though. But, yeah, they're definitely going to be more intensive. But, yeah, some of them are, you know, busted. They cheat. And, like, in Gil, or in Kidu's not mana-intensive either because, the Grail and, the summoning system, all that shit's not the one making his items, right? It's not servant stuff. His items are being made by, like, the Earth. Like, in Fate Strange Fake, when he's fighting Gil, the fucking planet is making those items for him to shoot at Gil, right? It's not like being made out of mana, so it's pretty broken. Yeah, Juno Alter would probably be very mana intensive. I don't remember his kit, to be honest. Yeah, and some characters have their ability is mana efficiency. Like Bolg for 2 has a special effect where it's abnormally mana efficient. Right, even for its rank, it's like just super, super, super mana efficient. You can use it like a bunch of times in a row without needing any mana at all. Not that they ever let him do that, because that's not dramatic. I am really happy Richard is in. I wish I could go fight a if we had story replay, let's see, what would I fight with Rich? I mean, Gwaine, right? Because you're class neutral, but, you know, power creep, so that's fine. So I'd go fight Gwaine. What's an AoE fight? That's what he's good at. There's the, was there ever, I mean, there's Lion King, but that's gonna be too easy. Wait, Herc? What, in the main story? Yeah, there's Lee. That might be too hard, though. I would try it, but I think we'd get destroyed by Lee. Because we're neutral, which I think is okay if you're single target. But we'd be neutral. Oh, Europa, yeah, and Talos. That could be all right. But yeah, I would certainly try Lee. I think I'll try Lee with, if they ever add story replay, I think I'll try him on, like, every character ever. Especially at neutral. Oh, Herc and Columbus. Okay, yes. Now we're cooking. Okay, Lost knows what he's talking about. Yeah, that's perfect. But yeah, I think Lee would... That's not going to work out. Unless you brought a bunch of 5 stars to carry you, but that defeats... Oh yeah, shooting in Raiko. There we go. Look at you, chat, remembering shit. God, we need story replay. I would do... Dude, I want... Right now, I'm streaming. Why can't I go, you know, fight these bosses? Just go in there, you know, I'll use Richard and then a bunch of low stars and see how we do. That'd be great. Good time. Fuck. Lobo won't really matter. I mean, because he's such a pure AoE servant, you know, the performance is just going to be blah. Let's see, what are other good fights that we got out there? There's so many now, it's kind of hard to remember. That's why I want story replay, so we kind of get a refresher on, like, what's worth a damn. There's some good fights in the OCs. I'm hoping that either 10th anniversary or when 2.0 is over. Nito Alter. I don't remember that being a particularly good fight. Wasn't that just like a bunch of like weird puzzle stuff? Yeah, I guess I could do an advanced quest. There's not a lot of advanced quests for Sabers though. I mean, there's Hector. That's not super hard though. There's Darius. But again, Darius is so gimmicky that it's more about the rest of the team than the DPS. The thing is, if you remove the 4 supports in Burgess, it's so easy. That fight is so messed up. Oh yeah, Poseidon won't be good for Richard, but for a lot of units that'll be good. I don't know what I did that made me win all these missions. Oh hi, random cuckoo. I wonder if Ort... Oh my god, is that Ort back there? What the fuck? Oh, I see. I think Cuckoo's shooting Ort. That's just being mean. Gotta be nice to the family. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's this fight. I forgot about this. This is okay. The problem with this one is you win in 12 turns, so... More about living than anything else. Which, that can be fun, but once you've, like, you know, you see what your good stall and survivability stuff is, you don't need to use it a million times. Chat, Ort was just trying to get his part back. I mean, this is a pretty, Now, isn't this one where Lancers do way more damage? So it's not terrible for testing other things. They definitely wanted Ku to kill, Kuolther there. This one is okay for archers. I don't even remember what this one is. Oh, this one's good, but it's an archer. Yeah, I remember this one's really solid, but yeah, that's for everyone but Saber. Yeah, I remember Saber doesn't really have a great stage in here. I definitely remember that. He tried to eat me. Well, you were in the way of his heart. Should have gotten out of the way, man. There's Hector. It's just, that's, again, on the easier... Oh, this one's a good one. I don't know if it's good for AoE, but I remember this is a good one. Okay, where the hell is Hector? Darius is good, but I don't think it'll... Yeah, the problem with Hector is, like, his stats are too low. Maybe Ibuki? I'm kind of struggling to remember what the fuck... There's something about buff removal here, which is kind of bad for him, but, it seems okay. The hell is this team right now? What was I doing? I can't even imagine what I was doing with a team like that. A lot of taunt. MHXA. Oh, we usually feeder. Oh yeah, from Guildfest or whatever. That one was sick. I actually love that one. A lot of those Guildfest fights were like peak. They were really enjoyable. Actually, I really agree. That one was super good because it's unlike a lot of advanced quests. It wasn't like how you feed, you know, your units and her. That wasn't like that was the only thing that mattered. You were still doing typical balancing of like damage and survival and all that. That was really good, actually. Yeah, Romulus was peak. Oh my god, I love that fight. Power creep might make it a little easy, but like I love that fight because it was definitely hard, but it was like flexible. It wasn't like super strict, but you have to have like super high stats or the most optimal budget team ever, right? I really liked that. And again, every turn you were really thinking about what do I need to do. So yeah, I love that one. I would, oh god, I'd love for Guildfest challenge quests to come back. Those were peak. Some Neurofest ones are good too. A lot of them would need a little bit of a stat boost because of power creep. Like Hercules there, which is just such a straightforward fight, but it's good, right? It's a straight value check, but he probably needs more health now with how much stronger we are. Like say for Scath and Ku. Actually, I think the Scath and Ku fight's really cool, but yeah, for sure they need higher stats now. You don't have to get crazy about it, right? You don't need to like triple their stats. You can just make it doesn't have to be the hardest content in the game or anything, but do something. Double their stats. Although I don't even remember how much health he had, so maybe tripling is fine. Okay, so Richard. Because I don't remember the fight, though, there's really no way to know what to bring for the support. I have to keep it kind of generic. Let's say they can't give us story replay because they don't know how to code it. I think well, they may not know how to code it right now, but they can certainly learn. I don't think breaking something's the issue. I mean, that's just... They've done other things. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, I don't care if they just give us the good fights, you know, one way or the other. I'll say this, though. I wouldn't want them to make it advanced quests. Because you can't use friend unit. Now, don't get me wrong. I love not being able to use friends units the first time I beat it. Right? But I want to have the option to use friend units so I can, hey, let's try this unit out. Let's try this combo out. Oh, they just added this thing. I didn't roll on it, but someone in chat's got it. So it's shit like that, right? Because there's not... That's a big problem with advanced quests is there's not a lot of replayability. So let me really explain this, because I keep saying that they don't have replayability, and I think a lot of people don't get it. So a lot of the advanced quests are very gimmicky. And so with your account, right, because even if you have a lot of characters, you don't level them all. You don't have high NP rank, you don't have high skill rank, right? You haven't done their strengthening quests, whatever it is. Or, you know, again, they're just not fucking leveled up. You have, you know, your roster that actually makes sense. So for some of the really gimmicky fights, right, maybe you really need Pierce and vulnerability and a certain amount of survival and a certain threshold of damage. Your account really only has a few practical ways to do that, right? So once you've done it, you're done, right? Because it's not like the more straightforward fights that have gimmicks, but like it's still a lot of classical gameplay. It's like, okay, well, this AoE archer did this well here, right? So let's do it again with this other AoE archer and see how they do. But a lot of the advanced quests don't work that way because like what you're doing is like fulfilling the gimmick and then that's really it. So it doesn't matter. Like look at Hercules, right? You have to last 12 turns or kill him 12 times. What best way for you to like use your teammates to survive that amount of time or buff stack isn't really going to change, right? It's like, so switching the DPS is so irrelevant there, right? It's not very... A lot of the advanced quests are just really bad for testing. Now, they could make them better so they're not like that, and that'd be great. But so, anyway, for story replay, though, all they really need to do is, like, either make a UI for it, or basically use the UI they made for that stupid friend support thing that no one uses. For those NA players that don't know, they added a system, and for some reason, temporarily, that... you could go through a list of like all the major stages throughout FGO, like Gwaine, in major trash fights of like note, and you could assign a support. So if a friend is going through it, they could summon that support instead of what is normally on your support list. But it had a checklist of every like notable stage, every major boss fight and like interesting trash stage, just right there. Everything about the UI would work for story replay, right? And we know they can do it because they have the data. The game has the data for the stages in the code already. right? So if you just have a new UI that directs the game to load that stage, right? There's no problem. And a lot of the data, it can be kept on the server, and I'm pretty sure it is kept on the server. So basically the game contacts the server tells it to load these enemies with these stats and, you know, these skills, and then it just loads it up, right? And that UI can instruct the game as to what it's supposed to load. So I don't think for a second, right? And like I've looked into FGO enough that I don't think for a second the reason we don't have story replay is because of technical issues. I think it's two things. One, they're too lazy to do the technical stuff that they need to do, right? They don't want to go through the effort of actually, you know, creating it, because everything about this game over the last 10 years has been that way, where they're super fucking lazy. They always do the minimum amount of work, and because they have so few devs, they're honestly like they're spread too thin, right? So they barely have enough time to get the next event ready, right? Or the next main story ready. Like barely. They barely have enough time to do they may put out these bare bone events and they barely complete it on time, right? And so they don't have the time to make a story replay and things like that. And then also, I don't think Nasu wants it because he's a fucking jackass. Like, Nasu is so like that. If you look at Nasu and what input he's had on the video games that have been Fate related over time, he's a fucking jackass. Like, he doesn't understand video games. He always wants to do these like really stupid, like air quotes, immersive things that don't even accomplish that immersion that he's trying to do, and it like has such a fucking negative on the game. It's like, he is just awful. And look, this is anyone in a lot of these industries will say this, right? Nasu's a writer, and that's fine. You don't want a writer having too much input over systems. That's not his fucking specialty or his job. It's just like, you don't want the artsy fucks, you know, trying to dictate to the engineers how to make the damn thing. And then once you're past that point and they're painting it, you don't want the engineers deciding how to paint it, right? This is not how you create things. And yeah, I think because of money and just the unique position Fate is in, Type Moon has input over things that they really shouldn't. And I think that's hurting the game a lot. Now, they have input over some things that is actually good, right? There's certainly things that Type Moon has done that's made the game a lot better, 100%. But I think Type Moon definitely has input on things that the abso-fucking-lutely should not. And it's just holding the game back massively. But what's really holding the game back is they don't have enough devs. And the devs they have are all inexperienced. You know, they're college kids. Like, they even confirmed that. Like, I've been saying that for years, but they confirmed it. So it's like, that they just... lack of resources. Yeah, recollection quests. Those really scare me because those were so bad that I worry that if they do story replay, they're just going to make content like that for everything. Like, guys, you want to fight Gwaine with 3 health bars and like 2 million HP per health bar? Like, it's just not fun. It's like, okay, so I have to either use the most meta burst setup possible, the only whale burst setups, or I have to go slow. Like, it takes all like creativity and like freedom away from the player, because if you're a more normal account or free to play account or low star, you have only the stall option. That's it. You must play that way, right? So there's, again, no replay value, because there's only so many ways to stall as budget or low star or shit like that, right? There's no point in doing it again. So it's just, oh god, I don't know what they were thinking with that. It's so shit. Like, some of those old fights did need a bit of a facelift, but like, seriously, just give Gwaine like 100k more health. Like, Gwaine's not supposed, you're supposed to fight him early in the game, so it's fine, right? And he's got because of the damage reduction, 100k goes farther there, right? It's like, counts more for him. Right, so it's like, fucking relax. And like, sometimes maybe add a gimmick, right? Like when you break a bar, maybe add in one more gimmick. You know, like maybe you need to ping this shield off, or you need to use a certain kind of thing, or, you know, that's fine, right? Or someone's an ad, you need to kill the ad, you know, shit like that. You know, minor stuff like that's fine, but, you know, getting crazy with the old fights, I think, is just going to make them really stat sticky and not very fun. Anyway, so Ibuki, don't remember what the fuck she does. We're Buster, so I guess Qingong makes sense. I want to say Taunt is good here. I don't know why I feel that way, but I'm kind of have a memory of that. Gwaine has guts. It's just, it doesn't last very long. Oh, you mean on the enemy? Excuse me. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense in context, huh? I'm really smart, chat. Don't worry about it. I mean, he does still cast guts, but he only casts it. He casts it at like 49% health. The problem is, because his guts doesn't last very long, especially when you're on, you know, newer to the game and you're not like blowing him up in one turn. normally his guts will wear off before you would go through that other 50% of the HP. Okay. But yeah, you could do it where, like, you know, maybe give Gwaine a break bar. Like, you have Gwaine exactly as he is, but you add, so same HP, but you add a break bar that, like, has the same HP again or slightly more or whatever. So you are increasing Gwaine's stats there, but that's not too bad. And then you can make the bar break gimmick because he gains guts. It's unremovable, right? So you're not doing anything crazy there. You're really not, right? That's a fairly mundane adjustment to the fight, but that adds a lot of value to the fight, right? Where especially for budget teams, you're gonna have to work a lot harder now, right? Just like the extra health bar, that's a lot, and then the extra guts means the ending's gonna be a little bit tighter, right? So that's fine. Like, and you don't want to make the new gimmicks too extravagant because that's too much work. You have so many fights to go through. You want to make sure you keep it kind of simple like that. Make Gwaine NP every turn. You know what? This is actually what I would do. Now this might be too much time to be worth it, but if I had time to really sit down and change the Gwaine fight, like a hard mode version of it, here's what I would do. I do what I just said, right? So, but I'd add one more health bar, and I love when the game has done this a few times, but pretty rarely. So you add 2 health bars. The first health bar that you have to get through now, you know, the first new one, gives him a break bar guts, which is a new system that exists, right? Only one, right? And you're doubling his health. And then when you finally get through that guts and that health bar, another health bar, the last health bar, now he NPs every turn, but his max HP is not very high, but he has that guts again, but 3 stacks of it. So if you play well or maybe set up for it, you got the right options, you can still kill him very quickly. Even though he's got 3 stacks of guts, you know, you can do that in 1 turn if you're set up right. And if you don't, you're going to get NP'd way more rapidly now, literally every single turn. But if you've got it all, you don't have to kill him that fast, because if you have a good survivability team, they can deal with him NPing every turn, right? So multiple ways of approaching it, but you know, escalates. But yeah, that would be like hard mode. If you do want to do like medium mode, literally just give him like an extra 100k health and don't do anything else, and that's fine. Yeah, because David could block an NP and do an NP to take one of the health bars, right? Shit like that. Yeah, this is what I would do to make it a little bit tricky. I'd make it so Gwaine has on that last health bar 50k health. Because of the damage reduction, it's gonna be a little bit higher than that. And then the guts full heals him. That way you can't ping off one of the gutses with just some shitty attack. Now you can do it. I mean, 50k is totally doable with a normal card and an extra attack and an NP. Right, you can absolutely do it, but a little bit trickier. And again, this is hard mode, so you're expecting people to be pretty, you know, prepared. And if that's like too much for low stars, you could maybe do, you know, 30k or 35k or something, but I think 50-ish k would be all right. Look, I want to fight that now. That's a nice, like, medium difficulty thing that you could use a lot of different units in. That's, like, that'd be nice. I wonder if anyone could solo that. Probably. There's some pretty broken archers out there. Maybe Asclepius. I don't know if there's debuffs here or not, but wouldn't shock me. Blue Bash. I love how everyone calls her that now. I bet you Richard has voice lines for Arthur and Artoria and all that. Be disappointed if he doesn't. Whoops. I'm worried about healing at the end. I'm so glad we have that Excalibur emote back. I wonder why it got deleted though. I guess it was just a duplicate. Only thing I can think of. Oh, Ricky? Oh, that's interesting. Alright, Let's see. This puts him at 75, 85, 95, then 100 with 10. That's fine. These sometimes add voice lines later, though, so we'll see what they do. Here's 2030. Chat, here's a good use of AI. Can we have like an AI chat in this game where you just say equip fragment, 2030, and even if you don't say the exact thing, it tries to find what fits what you said the best, and it just equips that craft essence? Like, god damn it, that would save so much fucking time. And like, even for the slots, you could just say Asclepius, Leonidas, just say the character name and it puts it in the slot that you've got selected. Like, god damn it, dude. Close the game. Oh shit, that's some shots fired right there, dude. Where is Cope Scope? Always hard to know what to give George. Like, more tanky or on death stuff. You know what, Bond CE? I rarely get a reason to use it. Buy 1,000 SQ or 12,000 SQ, excuse me. Yeah, equip, select Artoria in games like that. Servant's not recognized. Oh my god, dude. Actually, the thing is, it wouldn't, because the Japanese do say Artoria. That's the whole stupid thing about it. It's like, if you listen to every time they say the name on stream and shit like that, they say fucking Artoria. So the game would need to detect Artoria, because that's what they say. Although they might make it where the English version specifically has to say Altria. I could see that. That's fucked up, man. That's kind of what they've been doing this whole time, though. It's because Nasu doesn't understand English very well. Believe me, this is not the first time this kind of stupidity has happened. And what's crazy is people defend it like it's some big artistic thing. When you look at their history, it's like, no, it's not. Oh, no, the fucking Medusa one, dude. Oh, God. I think you're supposed to kill the arms. Did she resummon them or something, though? I don't really remember what the fuck is going on in this fight. How big is his battery? Fuck, I need to get his passive. Hold on. Also, I want to change to stage 1 anyway. 30. So with his passive, he's set. Okay, chat. Favorite main antagonist in FGO? Guadia. Was it close? Well, that's a lot of Guadia. Does Gil count? I don't think Gil was ever a main antagonist in any of the stories. It's FGO, not Fate, chat. FGO. Because obviously he's a main antagonist in other Fate stories. Got an Ort in there. I respect that. Yushtaria. Yeah, he's fucking awesome. He kind of... I don't know if he's the main antagonist, though. Like, I would say Zeus is. Because he kind of, helps you, so... Ort isn't an antagonist. No, he's the protagonist. It's a guys, don't you understand? This game's a tragedy. Ort's the protagonist, and he was trying to save us from this shit. And he failed, so it's a tragedy. Zeus is really up there for me. For me, it's like Zeus and Ort. Probably Ort, though. Like, they're really... That was a presence. But I do love Guadia. Hey, look, Guadia tried to fix it. Failed, tragedy, right? Ort tried to fix it. Failed, tragedy. Rough shit, man. Chat, have you heard the tragedy of Ort the Spider? I can only get one of these, man, that sucks. But generally the NP one is one of the most important, especially for an AoE character. I don't have to level this right now because it's Gong. Let's be real, Ort is more of a crab than a spider. Let's not get this shit twisted. It's true, you can't swap them. Chat, is the Ort Cloud gonna be okay? Because it's been without its ultimate one for like forever. And like even in the main timeline where Ort's like fine, he's not there, so and you would think, like with the way the Nasuverse is, you would think the Ort Cloud is actually like super I forgot to change the ascension, but like it's the, you know, perimeter around the solar system, right? The entire thing all the way around. So anything coming from outside of the solar system has to go through the Ort belt. So it's like the great filter, right? So I feel like the way the Nasuverse works, it's probably like fighting a bunch of insane, you know, demonic, you know, Warhammer 40,000 shit, right? I bet you if Nasu ever expanded on it, he probably would do some shit like that, where there's like really messed up stuff, you know, outside the solar system. So I feel like, you know, Ort might be important out there. Although they've kind of implied that something is like not right with the boy. Because like he's not operating like an Ultimate One is really supposed to operate. And we don't know, but he did something with Type Mercury that's obviously not good. Right, there's some weird shit going on here. Bob from 2 galaxies down the block. Yeah, I wonder how fast Ort travels. Because I guess his UFO, you know, pure UFO form, he probably put the armor away and just go speed mode. I wonder how fast he can go. Because in the game, he doesn't have his core, right? So he's like super nerfed. So like when he's all proper, I wonder how quick he gets around. Type Mercury had it coming. Yeah, we know so little about Type Mercury. Like, dude, they got the whole spider impact on Mercury, right? The spider crater, that's a real thing. That's 100% like what's going on there, right? They had Ort land on Mercury first. Like, there's no way that's not what's going on. Right, I guess we're just blasting. I don't think we need Gong's buff right now, though, because these don't have that much health. I'm worried that buff removal is going to wreck me. Guess we'll see. I think the spider crater definitely inspired some of this nonsense. The boys. The boys didn't kill. I could have killed if I did. Oh my fucking god! It's one of those. Also, I think the turn reset, so I have to do it again. Yeah, I do like the NP. He's got a different one in stage 3. That's also good. Dude, it's wild seeing Richard in FGO. Because I've known about Richard for so long. Like, just so many years. And, you know, Face Range Fake has just never been in FGO. So it's so, like, it's almost, like, bizarre. What the hell is chat talking about? Don't make me come in there, chat. I guess we do need Gong's Buster up. It sucks because now we're just gonna overkill like a motherfucker, but it's either that or you don't use Leonidas' NP. Well, maybe we get a nice crit here. Oh, sick. Just what I wanted to see. All right, what's she gonna do? I think the arm... Oh, it's AoE. I have a terrible team for this. Oh my god, my team is so bad. Dude, Richard is gonna have to get carried by the supports. Like, just straight up, he has to be carried by the supports because he has no survivability, and then now he's AoE in a single target. So it's like, he's a terrible fucking pick for this. So he has to just get Omega carried by the team. That is unfortunate. Boy, really struggling to find a good stage for him. So she's gonna buff remove, and so the guts won't work. That sucks. That means George should have been the first taunt, not Leonidas, I think. So what's better is to use Richard to kill the arms or something, and then you swap out to a different single target DPS. Okay. Rare that I fire everything on Asclepius like that, but I think it's the right call. Man, these deck shuffles are not working out for Richard here. I don't really want to guts Chen Gong. I don't want to guts the next unit. Dude, if Richard was just getting normal cards right now, he could be fucking the boss up. But yeah, we've wasted most of our damage window because of just bad deck shuffles. Okay, there's so much wrong here. Like, the taunts are super bad. Well, they're not super bad, but like the first one, you could choose Chen Gong's taunt for the first NP. So we need more buffs. And then like David or something. Okay, let's see if we can fix this. Probably default. Yeah, it's AoE into single target, so, but for him, it's gonna be crit. Why did my monitor just turn itself off? What the fuck? Is like the cord loose? Yeah, because it turned itself back on again, which is generally a sign that the cord's loose. It's not a very old monitor either, so I don't think it's dying. And if it is dying, I'm pissed. God, now I have to figure out where the fuck it's plugged in. There it is. Oh, I think it's the power outlet's not plugged into correctly. Nope, that's my capture card. Where the fuck? Technology. I can actually play through OBS right now because it's on the other monitor, but okay, which fucking cord? This one, okay. Okay, now where is the power one? Oh, there it is. Like troubleshooting, chat. There's way too many cords in here. Okay. Did I fix it? Oh, I'm too old for this shit. We got that good music. Huh. mean, did my monitor just die? Like, it turned off and then turned itself back on, and then turned off again, and now it's just not coming back. I think all the cords are good. This is not a very old monitor, so if it is dead, I'm not happy. My second monitor, which is fine right now, is way older, and it's not having any problems. So what the fuck is this thing's issue? Well, it is not wanting to turn back on, so I think my monitor is dead. I cannot even imagine what caused that. It's not like I've like overstressed it. I didn't drop any water on it. Let me just double check. This would be a lot easier to troubleshoot if there weren't so many fucking cords intersecting at the exact same spot. Alright, well, chat, I guess we'll just call it for today, because I got some stuff I need to do in real life anyway. And although I can technically still stream, because I can see my monitor with OBS, funnily enough. I don't want to deal with it right now. And yeah, I need to get ready to do some stuff in real life anyway. Well, that sucks. I was actually looking forward to doing this boss and seeing what his crits could do after killing the arms, but we will do it another time, chat. And I guess I have to go get another monitor, so we'll see how long that takes. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. And I'll try to stream tomorrow, but like I don't know if I can get a new monitor that quick just because I'm doing stuff today anyway. But we'll see. Anyways, I'm out of here, boys. Take care. I'll raid Cairo so you'll get your channel points. All right. Peace out, everybody.